go. I'm trying to clean off this freaking camera, bro. I can't wait to get a webcam for it though. It's gonna be so clean, so clean, so. Hmm. Hmm. What's going on? Florentino in the building. Greetings, greetings. Hello. Greetings. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome to day 9. Day 9. Day 9. Can y'all believe it? Day 9. This is ridiculous. They said, King, how you do it? How you do it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm on TikTok too. I'm streaming on both TikTok and YouTube. I'm gonna say Instagram. Greetings, greetings. I'm good. I'm good. Incredibly focused. I'll tell you that much, Alicia. Good. Incredibly focused. I've noticed a pattern in the air, right? And I'm gonna say this, look, off top, right before we even get started. Today's day 9 of the summer of rituals. This is the child protection. So if you don't have children, you can still stay because that means we're gonna work on your child, your inner child. So we're gonna go there today, okay? But I've noticed a pattern, right? Whenever I get back in focus, that's when all of the distractions show up. I'm talking about people who want to blow up my phone, like they want to talk all day. They want to see how I'm doing. They want me to come kick it. And I'm like, yeah, no. Said my children are over 18. Still your children. Still your children. So go ahead, stick around. Oh no, I seen it, bro. I saw it. It looked so robotic. The multiple phone holders. It looks so robotic. But yeah, I've noticed a pattern with that where like I do these. Same thing happened during the 52 days of ritual where I got over the hump, right? Because it's a hump. Once I get past 7 days, like day 7, like I'm in smash mode where nothing can stop me at all. I'm on move. But as soon as I get in that bag, it seems like people try to call me to distract me. There's always some drama going on. And I be sitting there laughing to myself like, okay, I'm breaking a pattern within myself because procrastination is super easy. It's super easy to procrastinate. Sometimes I think about not going live and I just have to sit there and coach myself and be like, nah, bro, you're going live today. Like I don't know, whatever you got to do to get yourself together, whatever you got to do to get your feels right, you're going to go live. Like you gotta, because this is what I tell y'all about success all the time. You gotta outwork the hardest workers. There's people that work live every day. No complaints, no none of that, y'all know. I'm feeling wonderful, Danny. How you feeling? Greetings, greetings, Resh. How you feeling? I'm wonderful. Focused. I'm in that bag. I told you. I'm in that bag. T texted me today. T will not be here today because T has an appointment to go to, which totally is okay with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, damn, T, you can't be here. Nah, T got an appointment, and I totally understand. But T texted me and she was like, I'm proud of you. And I was like, for what? She was like, you got over the hump of like during the first 52 days. I was during the first 52 days. Hola. During the first 52 days, I was ready to quit on by day 4. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even notice that I passed that threshold. I was just like, y'all know me. When I get focused, I get focused. And I have to live out what I'm telling y'all to do. I'm not going to tell you to get up every day and go hard if I'm going to wake up the next day and decide that I'm not going to go so hard. No, we're going hard every day. So I'm excited for tonight. Ashe Sessions. So I have a lot of good news to share. Share your good news. What you waiting on? What you waiting on? Share that good news. That good news. That good news. It's okay, Florentino. When you gotta rest, you gotta rest. I'm just not one that's gonna rest for nothing. I mean, I got time. I got time. If I'm not doing nothing before I go live, I could easily lay down and take a nap. But I'm always trying to make sure that I'm on go. I want to make sure that I'm completing my days. You know what I'm saying? Like with the best effort that I could possibly give, even if it takes everything out of me. And doing these live sessions and doing coaching calls afterwards and before, it does take a lot out of me. But I need y'all to know, just because you're tired doesn't mean you're not capable of more. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to win a race, you wouldn't stop running. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm tired, but you got to finish. You got to finish. Said good news. I played the money mantra and magnetic myself and daughter received blessings. I shade. Said this was today. Oh, it happened today. For sure, for sure. I'm happy for you. Blessings on blessings. Said I won my court case and now I can work in my field. There we go. Look at all this good news. I love good news. I'm addicted to good news. You know what I'm saying? I'm addicted to good news. I love hearing people have wonderful things happening in their lives. I mean, the best news I got for y'all today is that I'm focused, man. That's the best news I got for y'all today, is that I'm focused, man. I gotta outwork the hardest practitioners in the world. That's my goal. I gotta outwork them. I gotta outwork them. Like I need the world to see what I gotta offer. Said King, I've been listening to the Pampered and Contra, and I got a side hustle. Let's go. It's money in the air. It's money in the air. Oh, Jamie don't have to apologize. Jamie know how it work. Jamie know exactly how it work. If you gotta go live, it don't matter if you missed this or not. No, go live. Go to work. Go to work. I prefer you go grind and sit here watching me unless you need to. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. You said, don't you feel like certain readings or certain people you help drain you more than others? Why is that? Usually, when I do a session with somebody and it drains me more than the average session does, it's because they have something that's deep rooted that needs to be uprooted. You know what I'm saying? And when you're dealing with people and they're healing, they got something deep rooted. You can't really get off the phone with them until you pull it from the root, or you didn't help them. You're actually doing them a disservice. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, it may get tiring, but me, I got tons of reserve energy, and I'm one of them people that will power nap for 15 minutes, be right back up and edit. I live by no excuses. All of these practitioners that be out here, not all, but some of them really go, oh, I'm tired. I'm like, said my daughter just signed her first contract with her new business. Let's go. Money. I don't make excuses though, bro. I just make progress, because it don't matter. Somebody could give me $1 million right now, and all I know is with $1 million, I still got to go harder. Ain't no days off. There's always something to do towards your glory, towards your elevation. I don't make excuses. I just go hard. You know what I'm saying? Said after yesterday's session, I burned my Buster candle with my list and it exploded. Ooh! Said I've been listening to my mini and Contra and I've been making my funds back. See? Imagine what happened if you got a full in Contra. Imagine. Dream comes the money dream. I'm proud of y'all, man. Let me say that before we even get into what today is about. I'm so proud of y'all. Each and every one of y'all. I think that's another reason why I have to continue to do this summer of ritual, even when I feel like I need to give up. Hey, just block them and report the page. I done blocked the page already, so they shouldn't even be able to find y'all. But just in case the imposter pages do, just block them, because I'm not going to message you about no reading. I ain't going to message you about nothing, actually. Not a thing. Like, for real. But I'm proud of y'all, man. I'm proud of you. I think that's part of the reason why I stay going live every day like I did during the first 52 days, because I think that people need something in their face to keep them encouraged while they're going hard. It's hard to go hard when you got to go hard by yourself. So King, Got to get the business in Contra. Was on my way to work, and this lady asked me if I bake. Ah, Shay, are you saying you don't have the business in Contra? Why don't you have it? It sounds like opportunities are in the air. Opportunities for elevation, opportunities for prosperity are in the air. It just seems like they're out there, and I need y'all to get it. Greetings, greetings. I need y'all to go grab everyone. Don't leave nothing on the table. Don't leave nothing on the table. If it's for you, take it. If it's for you, take it. You know what I'm saying? Take it, run with it, take it, jog with it, take it, sprint with it. Don't wait, don't hesitate, don't make excuses, don't do none of that, you know. Get up and get it done because it's time to be prosperous. All of these things that are coming for you is because you've been ready for them. All you had to do was be completely open to the fact that you deserve that, and they were going to keep coming in. Said King, my son knows all the words to the Money, Love, and Contra. Hello, money, how you doing? It's me again, your greatest friend. You know I'm your biggest fan. You smell like 100 bands, and if you like my money dance, please give me a chance to spend it all. I love the Money, Love, and Contra. I can't wait to actually finish that and put it out. I got to put one of the Money in Contras on there with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. It's so much good news. It's so much good news. You said, wait, is that for sale? No, because it's not finished. It's just like that snippet. It's not enough. it's not enough to sell it. What it is, Vontre, how you been, bro? Said my 17-year-old daughter got a new job. She's been watching these with me. Let's go. Yeah. See? And this is another reason why I refuse to procrastinate. Because how am I going to hear all this good news if I don't get on here and talk to y'all? How am I going to hear all this good news if I don't get on here and be with y'all? It's the Money, Love in Contra, but it's not out yet. Like, it's not out yet. So don't even worry about it. I'll probably play it a little later on, though. Anybody else got good news to share? Even if you feel like it's not major, share your good news before we get started. Share your good news before we get started. Said the snippet is powerful, though. Shay, it is. I mean, I could just loop it. I could just loop it and go ahead and put it out, but I want to make it something complete that y'all can rock to. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else got good news to share? I don't care if it's minor. I don't care if it feels like it's too small or it's nothing. Share so we can celebrate and clap for you too. Any progress is still progress nonetheless. You don't necessarily have to make the same progress that everybody else makes. Making progress in general is progress. You know what I'm saying? Progress anywhere is progress. Said I finally walked away. Hold on now. Comments going crazy. Said I finally walked away and I don't feel guilty. Let's go. That's what you were supposed to do. That's what you were supposed to do. You shouldn't feel bad anyway. You're an amazing freaking woman. Either they're going to respect you, treat you right, love you right, or they're going to get up out your face. These are the breaks. Said I went on a radio internet poetry show and destroyed it. Bro, you did your thing. Where's the video? Did you get the video, bro? I got to see that. I got to at least hear that, bro. Come on now. I hope you got clips or something. If you do, just let me know. I'll check out your profile later, bro. I got to check that out, bro. You got talent. Mad talent. Said not major, but went to the casino with 40 and won 160 back. What you mean not major? That's major. You walked in with 40, walked out with 160. You know how many people walk in with 40 and walk out with nothing? I call it good news. Said got accepted to grad school. Let's go. Let's go. Good news. Good news. Said I've been making money in bingo and now I am hosting games, which means there's more money sitting there for man. Oh, look at the folks. I've been leaving the house more often and I've had a really fun week. Progress. I'm proud of you. Said my 8-year-old was wearing pull-ups, stopped wearing them almost a week now. He was afraid of the bathroom. I understand. That's how 8-year-olds are. Proud, proud, proud. I'm good and as rested as rest can get. How are you, Trinity? Say good news. I'm healing my heart after a breakup, and you gonna heal it right too. You gonna heal it right too. I'm almost fully moved into my new house. New house, new house, new space. Let's go. New house, new space. Let's go. Congratulations, you all. You are worthy of the progress and celebration. All facts. Said I've been consistent on my new mentoring program for over a week. Let's go, Trinity. Ain't no days off. Ain't no breaks. It's bag season. Either you get into a bag or you get into some sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, either you get into a bag or you get into some sad. That's all that matters, Trinity. That's all that matters. Said working on crocheting a blanket too. Let's go. I can't wait to have a baby so I can get some crocheted blankets made. My little children gonna be spoiled, bro. So my interview went great to the point. The guy said I was a perfect fit. Second interview with the CFO coming next week. You know what that sounds like to me? Sounds like bag season. Sounds like less worries. Sounds like progress. You know what I mean? I'm proud of each and every one of you. I mean, my good news is that this is day 9 of the Summer of Rituals, and I'm nowhere near done, nowhere near even thinking about stopping, you know. I got all of this energy pent up for y'all. Like, it's just pent up. It's like, I've been quiet for too long. Now I'm back in that bag. Now I'm back in that bag. In that bag. In that bag. In that bag. Yeah. I don't see myself stopping. Because to me, this is nothing. This is nothing compared to the effort that I could put in and the workload that I can actually handle. Like, this is nothing compared to that, in comparison to that. So, yeah. So, welcome everybody to day 9 of the Summer of Ritual. This is the child protection ritual / child cleanse plus inner child protection and inner child cleanse. That's why I said if you don't have children, you can still stay. If you got adult children, you can still stay. Because this is for everybody. That includes you. Says you. I was going to say my good news is I booked the combo with you and I'm geeked to get this work. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, you jumped on that special. You jumped on that special. The people that jumped on the special for the coaching sessions are smart. Intelligent. They already know what's up. And I've been waiting to get back to that and talk to y'all anyway. You know, one-on-one. Like, I just been waiting. I've been waiting, bro. Got a couple more people that paid for their birth chart in Contras. For real. Like, for real. It's confusing, Florentino. I know, bro. Oh, don't I know it? It's the mirror effect from social media. But yeah, welcome to day 9. We're going to talk all about relationships with your children, relationship with the child and you, learning to really give you what you deserve so you can give your children what they deserve. You know what I'm saying? It comes down to, said, we'll love to book a session with you. However, I don't have it, but you'll have it. You'll have it. I don't even want to finish reading that comment. You'll have it. You'll have it. Somebody might sponsor your session because they dirt cheap right now. They only $65 for the half hour. So you never know. Hold tight. Hold faith. Hold belief. Be sure you deserve it. And watch you walk right into a session with me. And it's going to be on and yanking when you get on that phone with me. It's going to be on and yanking. I am not playing. So I want to get this session today started in a different way. I don't just want to bust out talking. I want to grab some suggestions from the comments, not suggestions, but things that you want to talk about concerning your children. I want to go in on questions, and that's where we'll start at. You know what I'm saying? So if you have questions, because this is the inner child, the children healing, protection, cleanse, and your inner child cleanse. So if you have questions about your children, concerns about your relationship with your children, now's the time to ask your questions, because I'm gonna go off on a tangent, off one question, and we're gonna go in, we're gonna go deep. This is what I wanted to do today. Say yes, the Hubs was on YouTube and I was on TikTok. You would think it was two versions at the same time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Said I've loved being pregnant, but been disconnected from both my kids since birth. Interesting. Interesting. We'll start with there. We'll start right there. The reason that you've been disconnected, I want to talk to you about pregnancy real quick, okay? Or should I say the spiritual nature of pregnancy? When a woman is pregnant and she's going through the whole process of pregnancy all the way into the birth, she's giving everything that she has to the child that she's incubating in her womb. And because of these things, that relief from birth, a lot of mothers have trouble connecting with their children immediately after they're born, and a lot of mothers won't admit that because they feel bad or they feel guilty. But the truth is, you've been bonding with that child this whole time. You have trouble connecting with them after birth, or when long after birth, or short after birth, or even literally right after birth, because it's literally you being outside of yourself for 9 to 10 months. And so when you finally have the chance to have some space to yourself, you try to reconnect with yourself because you're trying to find the pieces that you gave up of yourself while giving birth, while incubating that child. You know what I'm saying? And every mother goes through it. This is where depression comes from after birth, because I don't think that it's a natural process of birth. It's a natural process of the evolution of the child and the sacrifice that the parent had to make in order to bring that child into this world. And so there's this guilt feeling of not being to yourself, not being with yourself after birth. So you're like, yo, I haven't been able to give to myself in a long time. And so it's hard for you to connect with your child when it's hard for you to connect with yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for you to connect with them when it's hard for you to connect with yourself. Most women who have children feel a sense of relief because they finally have that thing out of them that's been draining them, because children drain you. Giving birth, being pregnant drains you, because you're literally feeding them your cells, your information, your life force, even half the meals you eat. That's why women always say, I'm eating for two. I'm eating for two. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to double up so they don't miss out on anything themselves. And so women get a little selfish after birth. And there's actually nothing wrong with that, because you've been giving like relentlessly to that baby in your womb for as long as the term was of your pregnancy. So don't feel awkward about not being able to connect with them. Take some time to reconnect with yourself so that the connection you have with them is more genuine. You want to be genuine in your connection with your child, not force it because you believe that's what being a parent is. No, no, because most parents don't even like their children. Like, their children get on their nerves, and it's a real thing, and people feel guilty for it because everybody's trying to tell everybody how to be a parent. And you're not a good parent if you don't treat your children like this, or if you don't talk to your children like this, or if you don't interact with your children like this, or give them X amount of time. No, your time is important too. And you become a better parent the more time you dedicate to loving on yourself, because during pregnancy, you're not really loving on yourself. You're loving what's in your womb. And while you're loving what's in your womb, you're neglecting the very foundation of your own principles, your own life, your own essence, your own journey, your own path. So if you're saying you don't feel like you're connecting with them well, or you feel disconnected from them after giving birth, it's because you still have yet to take the time to love on yourself and rebuild up your own inner beauty, your own sense, or your own inner sense of connectivity to all the things that you desire for yourself, because every parent who has a child gave up that. You know what I'm saying? You gave it up. You were like, I have a child now, and I don't know if I can do anything for myself. I don't know if I could be here for myself anymore. I just have to be here for my children because they need me the most. No, you need you the most. You need you the most. Because what kind of parent are you when you don't love yourself? What kind of parent are you when you're not happy within yourself? What kind of parent are you when you don't feel worthy within yourself? A terrible parent, because you're not giving the children the love that they deserve. You're giving them the love that you want to give them, which holds you over until your next moment. Hmm. Hmm. You said, I don't know how to disconnect the guilt from repeating that toxic parent behavior. I grew up with verbally abusive when my kids were younger. I've apologized to them, but still feel guilty. You feel guilty because you knew better when you did it. You feel guilty because you knew better when you did it. It wasn't an accident. It didn't just slip out of your mouth. What you're saying is you were verbally abusive because you were transmuting something on the inside. You've already made your apologies, whether they forgive you or not. Whether they forgive you or not, your apology is good enough, because nobody can hold you. Good morning or good evening, excuse me, good afternoon, actually. Nobody can hold you to the guilt that you already possess within you already, because a lot of children do that. You did something wrong to your child. You may have yelled at them, spanked their butt just a little too hard, or you took something away from them, and they try to hold that guilt over your head for the rest of your life. And children will do that all the way into their adult years, because they'll tell you straight up, like, well, I needed this and you didn't do this for me, just to get something else out of you later. The reason that you can't let go of that guilt is because you knew better when you did it. But forgive yourself. Stop asking them for forgiveness. Stop apologizing 1,000 times and forgive yourself, because it doesn't make you a bad parent. Every parent that's watching this right now has made a mistake with their children. I don't care how much people try to paint the perfect picture of, well, I don't whoop my child, so I'm not abusive. There's so many different forms of abuse that it's ridiculous. When I say it's ridiculous, it's ridiculous. You understand? It's ridiculous. There's so many different forms of abuse. There's so many different forms of neglect. There's so many different forms of hate and evil and darkness in relationships from parents to children. But you got to forgive yourself. The guilt will go away when you see the measure in which you've poured into them and how they actually grow up. Sometimes you have to take a step back as a parent and monitor your children and see just what you really poured into them. Because just because you yelled at them a few times or went off on them a few times doesn't mean their life is going to be terrible forever. And no, they can't spin back around when they're adults and say, if you didn't yell at me on March 17th, 2013, I wouldn't be this way today. No, no, no. Everybody's trauma is on them. The longer they choose to focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Stop feeling guilty for what you did before and be confident that you'll never do it again. That guilt is just there as a buffer zone so you don't do it, to help you control your mouth, to help you control your anger and your emotions, so that you don't throw poison into your children. Because trust me, they're going to remember what you did, but that don't mean they can hold you to what you did. That don't mean that they can keep you locked in that box of, you did this to me. Hi, that don't mean they can keep you locked in that box. Well, you said this to me when I was 12 and I haven't been right since. Well, you better get right, because I've already made my apologies. You see, guilt is one reminder that you actually have a heart, because most parents who abuse their children don't feel guilty at all. They just feel like, this is the way I was raised, so this is the way I'm gonna raise you. This is the way I was treated, so this is the way this is the way I'm gonna treat you. You know what I'm saying? This is the way I was spoken to, so this is the way I'm gonna speak to you. They beat my behind, I'm gonna beat your behind. You understand? Like, most people don't even care enough to apologize to their children, which is where some of your wounds came from, because your parents were abusive when you were coming up and they never apologized, which means you've done more than the people that actually hurt you. You understand? Stop feeling guilty for you healing, because that's just something common that people do. Oh, they feel real guilty for them healing. Well, in the wake of your healing, we always hurt others in the wake of our healing. Always, always, in always, for always. So how do you help your inner child? By learning to listen to what your inner child wants. And it's not always fun. When people generally think of an inner child, they think of fun. Oh, I just want to go out and have fun. That's the whimsical side of your inner child. But what about the developmental side of your inner child, the intellectual side of your inner child, the part of your inner child that helps you control your emotional state? Sometimes you have to learn to sit and listen to what your inner child actually wants and needs in order for you to give your inner child what your inner child needs. It's not always about going out to have fun, because a wound is not fixed just because you had a good day. It's not, a wound is not taken care of because you had a good day or because you had a fun day. Sometimes it's how you're avoiding that wound. Sometimes your inner child wants to be embraced. And what I mean by inner child, because I love the term inner child, but I dislike it at the same time, because it has you actually looking for an inner child. And because you can't see it, it's hard for you to believe that it's there or something that you can cater to. Your inner child is the part of yourself that got stunted. You know, there was a time when you were growing up, events happened in your life that stunted your childhood where you didn't even have one anymore. Mhm. You got to give them the love that they're looking for. You got to give them the opportunities that they're looking for. Some of y'all inner child want to try new things and you're not even wanting to. You're like, I ain't trying nothing new. I ain't doing nothing new. You can't convince me to do nothing new. I'm over it. I just don't want to do nothing new. I'm tired. Like, oh, all of these excuses. I mean, your inner child is telling you to break free, because it's true. Most people's inner child are not looking or griping about having fun. They're griping about having the fun of having experiences in life. Thanks, bro. They're looking to have experiences. And once you stop having experiences in your life, you know, traveling, going to go do the things that you always wanted to do, trying a different food, trying a different you know what I'm saying, a nail shop, you know, all of these things matter. Greetings. Greetings. Thank you. I love you too. I love you 360. All of these things are important, but you have to listen to what your inner child wants. My inner child wanted to be a rebel. And I said, what's the most rebellious thing that I can do? And I was like, yo, I don't know. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. And I remember on my birthday this year, on my birthday, what I did was I went and got my first tattoo ever. I know people be like, tattoos, no big deal, but I was raised up in a hardcore Christian family. There was no, I would always draw on my skin with markers and pens and put designs on my skin with that, but I never thought I would go get a tat. And it was very interesting because I stopped hearing the begging from my inner child when I went and got my tattoo. This is my tattoo. It says God King. You know what I'm saying? God King. Like, when I went and got this, it was like that first time that I ever put a Sharpie on my skin. And I was like, oh wait, this one ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? This one ain't going nowhere. Like, I can't, I mean, I could get rid of it, but that's gonna look even worse. So I was like, man, I was like, you know what? I kind of like this. It didn't hurt as much as I thought it would, and it changed my perception on what I could really do with my body, how open I could be with myself, because my inner child was afraid to be vulnerable. Vulnerability for me means doing things that don't look like the norm. You know what I'm saying? In my family, tattoos, everybody in my family for the most part has tattoos, but they got to cover them up. I don't cover this up because I got this tattoo to always remind me what I am, regardless of how life is going. Said my inner child tells me to stop being a pushover, and that's so hard. I hate to see people hurting. So instead of other people hurting, you'd rather you hurt. Instead of other people hurting, you'd rather it be you that hurts. You're gonna have to choose who gonna shoulder that pain. And until you decide that it ain't gonna be you, you're always going to be a pushover. And not in the sense of your life is going to be terrible, but there's going to be some opportunities you might miss in your life because they're playing you on the opportunity. It's the same thing like when you go to a job. Most people don't even know that when you go to a job, just because they have a base pay doesn't mean you can't negotiate it. You hear me? Doesn't mean you can't negotiate the base pay, but they go, this is the base pay. So, and this is what everybody starts at. So what? I ain't everybody. You won't even stand up for yourself when it counts. And if you keep being a pushover like that, it'll bleed over into opportunities when you go into business for yourself. Or even when you get a promotion, they'll promote you semi. It's like a semi promotion. Oh, well, we were going to make you manager, but we'll make you co-manager because we feel like we need to take care of the duties of one. And you're going to feel played because you're being a pushover. You can hurt people's feelings and not feel some type of way about it. I hurt people feelings all the time. I swear I just hurt my sis feelings on the phone. My sis was like, bro, can I call you real quick? I'm like, no, I gotta go live. See, my inner child is a people pleaser. What it is, bro. Hold on, everybody pause. Everybody pause. Miguel in the building. Happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday, old man. Oh man, no, and many more. Yeah, happy birthday, Miguel in the building. We call them bundles over here. Miguel in the building. Happy birthday, bro. I've noticed it's a lot of people's birthdays today, though. I've noticed. It's like I went on my Facebook page and I was like, why is everybody's birthday today? Like, why is everybody's birthday today? Like nobody was born on any of the other days. Like half of my friend list, bro, half my friend list, it's their birthday. And I looked at them like, well, I'm gonna wish Miguel a happy birthday. I don't know y'all. Like, I was like, I don't really know y'all like that. So I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna just wish y'all a happy birthday. You know, we don't even talk like that. But I got you. I got you, bro. I don't even remember people's birthdays. But once you tell me a couple days before, I got you. Got you. Happy birthday, bro. I hope you're having a good birthday today. I know things are going on, things are going, you know what I'm saying? And you got some things you got to take care of today, but I hope you take some time today to look in the mirror and not say another year older, but another year special, another year more prominent, another year dominating everything that you've ever desired for yourself, another year prosperous, another year bag worthy, another year powerful. You know what I'm saying? I hope you take some time to just love on yourself today as much as you love on others and everybody else. And we love you over here, bro. Mm-hmm. We love you over here, bro. I just want to do that real quick. But like I said, my inner child is a people pleaser. And the problem with being a people pleaser in your adult years is that you will neglect what you know you need to do for other people's needs. It doesn't make them bad and it doesn't make you bad. But I noticed that that's what my inner child does. Even when I was a child, my parents could buy me a gift for Christmas, right? And instead of me playing with that gift until it broke, I would let somebody else play with that gift until it broke. You know what I'm saying? That's what my inner child is, a straight people pleaser. Whenever I started working as a teenager, I would get paid and I would go buy some sunflower seeds and some cookies. That totaled out to like $5 tops. What it is, Africa, what it is. That totaled out to like $5 tops. And then I would take the rest of my paycheck to school and give it to my friends because I knew that they didn't really have money to eat the exclusive stuff in the lunchroom. So they had to eat that nasty ass pizza that they were serving. I didn't want them to. It used to anger my parents. They were like, why do you do that? And I was like, well, you know what I'm saying? Well, they don't really have much. And I was in the trenches. They didn't even know my whole high school time. Like me and my family were always close to homeless. They didn't know. I didn't care. I just wanted people to feel good. My inner child always wants to please people. So how I've been serving my inner child is by dedicating more time to myself. So like I said, my homegirl might be a little displeased with me, but she'll be okay. She not the school pizza we had, bro. Vegas ain't like other states, bro. The school pizza was generic, hard as hell. It wasn't crunchy because it was garlic, garlic bread. No, it was hard as hell because it was stale. The pizza sauce tasted like it was old and the meat was generic. Nah, bro, it wasn't good. But I had to tell my homegirl no. I tell my sis no. She was like, call me. I was like, I'll call you when I get off live. And she was like, okay. And I'm just like, yeah, you're going to have to understand that. Not because she's wrong, but because my inner child loves to please people. I probably would have been late if I had gotten on that phone call. And I couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to people please on a level that would have me come away from what I'm doing in order to destroy my ability to procrastinate. Hmm? You give your inner child what it wants. If your inner child tells you to stand up for yourself, you better get to practicing, even if you got to look in the mirror. Because most of us were bullied too. It just didn't look like bullying, not the bully you see in the movie where you walking down the hallway and somebody throw a water balloon at your head. No, it happened at home. It happened amongst other family members. It happened with your siblings. It happened when you thought somebody was being chosen over you or other people had a better life than you. You understand? Like, and you said, somebody commented, said, this is your business too, bro, your brand. Exactly. And I will never let nobody destroy my business or brand, because when I'm sitting in my wealthiest place and I finally open up, and I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. I ain't got a name for it yet. I'm thinking of it. And I finally open up soon philanthropy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able to go buy people cars and houses. The same people that tried to distract me and destroy me gonna be looking at me like, damn, how did he do it? And how I did it was not allowing you to take me away from what I was supposed to do. One day I'm gonna be on live stream talking to y'all, teaching y'all, pouring into y'all, and somebody's gonna invest $100, $200, $300, $400,000 into me. And you know what I'm gonna do with that? I'm gonna invest in my business, and then I'm gonna come back and invest in y'all. We finna go crazy. You understand? Like, but it takes a level of dedication. The only reason we have inner child wounds is because there was something our child, the child version of us, did not receive. The dreams that we had were not able to be realized because something got in the way of that. It is our job as adults to actually give our inner child what it wants. Why do you think we paint? Why do you think we sing? Why do you think we dance? Why do you think we crack jokes? Why do you think we love comedy movies? Because our inner child loves to play. Play isn't always about laughter. Sometimes play is building. Some of y'all are crafty, but you ain't built nothing. Sometimes your inner child like to get dirty, but you don't want to garden. You're resisting mentally what your inner child is asking you for. Said, do inner child wounds carry on from past lives? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. The whole you pick your family thing could be based off your inner child wounds. And so this is the last time that these things are going to happen to you, because this is the last time you're going to carry over your trauma through what they call DNA. And the DNA that you incarnate into is picked based off of the map of what you need the most. You understand? That's why they say we pick our parents, because I ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? I might have picked the DNA. You know what I'm saying? So I can have the best flesh suit to do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? And somebody in here asked, how can we hear our inner child? It's super easy. Superty duperty easy. It's super easy. I want everybody to close their eyes for about 10 seconds. Because we've already pinpointed our inner child. What's interesting is your inner child been talking this whole time. You just can't hear it. I want everybody to close their eyes, and I want you to say, what do you want? First thing that come to mind is the first thing you put out. Okay? First thing that come to mind is the first thing you say. Okay? Close your eyes, 10 seconds. What do you want? Dude, every time with you. But I get it. I hear you. I hear you. Soon enough, I got you. Soon enough. Soon enough, I got you. My inner child always says the same things because I haven't given it to him yet. I've been trying to give him everything but what he wants. My inner child wants a party. My inner child wants a party. I'm not kidding. Every time I ask, what do you want? A party. And I'll tell you where it hails from. I'll tell you where it hails from. Because I came from the mud, because I came from the trenches, parties, events, and all of that kind of stuff were far and few between when I was growing up. We didn't have a lot of birthday parties, or our birthday came and it started to feel like just another day. But when I was a baby, when I was an infant, I had plenty of birthday parties, plenty of birthday cake and candles and happy birthday to you, the whole nine, right? But as I got older, the party stopped until in my adult years where I don't celebrate on my birthday. You know what I'm saying? I don't celebrate on my birthday, and it's kind of strange, right? Bundles. It's kind of strange, right? Bundles, because that's kind of what your inner child wants too, to be celebrated. You may not require it, but it's what you need. because it's a deep appreciation for surviving another loop around the sun. Like you survived, bro. You know what I'm saying? Said I didn't have birthdays or Christmas. I feel you, bro. And don't let you come from a family of more than one child. If you have siblings, bruh, you can cancel Christmas after 12 because you got other siblings now and they deserve more gifts than you. Why? Because they're younger. You know, you should be over this kind of stuff. Man, I heard it all. In the wake of my own growing up. It was like, man, I'm 13 years old. I want a Christmas gift. Get me something. Oh no, we did a lot of shopping for them, you know, because they don't understand why we can't get a lot of gifts. So we gave them the best that we could. So because I understand I don't deserve gifts. And that's when I started to grow up faster than I was supposed to. Most of you grew up faster than you were supposed to. The traumas were real. If it wasn't physical abuse, it was sexual abuse. Some of you were abused in the womb. Parent was on drugs. And you came out with some type of ailment that you can't control. And you're still trying to get over the trauma of that, but you can't locate it. You're like, where does it come from? It comes from the womb. It comes from the womb. So that's when I had to help get the gifts for the rest of the family. Bro, Miguel, it was torture for me to, although I love seeing people happy, it was torture for me growing up, taking my little brothers outside to ride their new bicycles, knowing that I wanted one too. You know what I'm saying? It was torture, but we had to do what we had to do. Like we had to do what we had to do. So in my adult years, for those of you who don't know where your shopaholic issues come from, that's where it comes from. That's called an inner child wound. It's a wound. It's a trauma because you weren't able to get a lot of things coming up. So now when you do get a little bit of money, you spend it on things that you're not even going to use. Some of y'all got stuff in your crib you need to give away right now because you bought it, but you ain't even opened it. You just wanted to get it because you could. Say, yeah, I do know exactly what you mean, bro. I still got all the video games that never open. How come you ain't open? All right, Miguel. I challenge you today, bundles. Why don't you play some of those video games? If you got a system still. I want you to sit down and play the video game, bro. And I know you mature. I know you a grown ass man. I know you focused on taking care of your family. I hear all of that, but I want you to sit down and be a kid today, bro. I want you to sit down and play a video game just for 30 minutes and remind yourself what it is to have fun in a whimsical way, not planned fun, whimsical fun. That means you don't know what's coming next. That's why video games are beneficial, because as much as you play a game, let's say like Call of Duty, right? I love Call of Duty, right? Like eventually I'll have a gaming channel. I love Call of Duty because Call of Duty, you can't predict what's going to happen to you. As an adult and as a shaman, I'm always trying to see the next step so I don't falter or follow my face. And so when I play Call of Duty, you can't control the talent level or the skill level of the people you're playing with. I mean, you can, but you don't know how good they are. And so you get into this match and y'all shooting at each other and you get shot. You get popped one time. You be like, what? It makes my heart race. And I just be sitting there like, oh, what happened? But I'm having so much fun. Sometimes it's about fun for no reason. Some of y'all stop dancing. Some of y'all stop playing. Some of y'all stop being goofy and cracking jokes and doing pranks. Said, bro, I don't like COD. I play 2K and Zelda. Wait till I get my system, bro. I hope you got a headset because we going to be on that. I don't even play 2K and I'll play you in 2K. I don't like sports. I like fighting and shooting games or Madden. But 2K, yeah, we going to get on that. You know, it's interesting because I don't know if y'all pay attention, but they're trying to kill your inner child in this world. There's a stigma in the community where women and men are attacking one another for playing video games, for wanting to go to the trampoline place. You know what I'm saying? I still ain't been there. I got to make sure my knees is good before I go there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really I'm not trying to buckle like Rick Ross did on that diving board. You know what I'm saying? But I want to go to the trampoline place. I want to jump. You know what I'm saying? I want to jump. I want to jump into one of them big ass foam pits. It's been a while. Some of us have gotten so old that we can't even have fun because it hurts to have fun. Your body just be hurting. You know what I'm saying? I want to go have fun. I want it. Oh, I know you do that with your son because I was jealous when you said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? I want to jump in the foam. I want to fall in the foam. You know what I'm saying? Said that's Jazz. She loves Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Jazz, you don't want it. 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 You don't want it. Said it's fun but hard to get out. Bro, to me, that's the best part. It's not easy to get out of. And sometimes you need to get yourself in a sticky situation that ain't sacrificing your life so that you can see that you're capable of doing things beyond your reach. Yeah, it's time to go. You said I was just talking about the trampoline place today. It's time to go. I'm telling you, it's time to go. At least I want to play like that trampoline basketball. The trampoline basketball. Man, I ain't played Soul Calibur in a long time, bruh. She said, yeah, okay. All right, Jazz. Look, keep popping that noise. You know what I'm saying? Keep popping. Keep popping the noise. There's always something in my damn eye, bro. No matter how many times I wash my eye, there's always something in my eye. How many times I wipe my face. And I seriously just think it comes from sitting here in front of this fan, too. But let me tell you something. I'm all about serving my inner child. Like I'm about to order some custom skates because my legs are too fat for rollerblades. I'm not even gonna hold you. Legs is just too fat. I went to the sports place to get some rollerblades. They didn't fit. It broke my heart. But then I found the actual website to get the custom rollerblades that'll fit with your tennis shoes. And I'm gonna go get that because my inner child wants to skate. I used to skate. I used to skateboard. You know what I'm saying? Each and every one of you have a thing that your inner child wants. I want y'all to try it again. Try it again. Try it again. Close your eyes and say, what do you want? I'm going to challenge you today. Close your eyes again and say, what do you want? Watch. There's more than one answer. Said wasn't allowed to have baby bottle pop candy as a kid. The most recent thing I did for myself, I remember that, was get that candy. Let's go. Said I physically can't do the things I want to do. Well, technology has updated. You can get you a VR and do the things you can't physically do in VR. It's the activation of feeling like you're there. He said, what system do I want to get? A PS5. Unlike Xbox, the controllers are bulky. Said, damn, she said security. It's because stress causes you to grow old. Security means do whatever you got to do to make sure we can do whatever we want, when we want, however long we want, without having to worry about getting back to the mature nature of the world where you got to go report to a job every single day. You said I didn't have to close my eyes. Your inner child wants genuine love. I want you to hug yourself right now. Hug yourself right now and say, it may not come from outside of us as fast as you may want it, but for now, I promise I will do my best to give it to you. Genuine love. That means no more self-judgment. No more self-judgment. Said I want to play God of War. God of War is where it's at. I don't know why more people, I don't even want to beat the game. I just be wanting to play. I'm like, this is dope. Said I want Haitian food. Man, you better go order you some Haitian food. Everywhere got Haitian food. Go get you some Haitian food. If not, I think what would even be more fun is if you learn how to make it. Learn how to make it if you don't know how already. Said as a child, I loved to play tennis. Gabrielle Sabatini was my hero, but we didn't have the money. Man, you better go to Walmart right now. Go to Walmart right now. Cop you some tennis rackets. I got tennis balls in the crib right now just because I like tennis balls. Like when I was a kid, I used to play tennis. Where we had in Vegas, we had something called inner city games. And I was one of the top players in the city. Inner city games. And it was so fun. I just like the fact that you could whack the ball as far as you wanted to before I found out there was rules. I'm like, wait, there's rules to this? I was just trying to hit it as far as I can. I love the fact that it was an effortless hit. It didn't take much. So once I held my inner child, my higher self took over. It's the comfort that they need. That's what I'm talking about. Loving myself feels great and thankful for all that happened to me lately and through life. Your inner child needs to be fed. You understand? You said, I want to hug my dad. Well, I suggest if your dad is not living in this world anymore, you get to some inner ancestral work so your dad can come see you and hug you. You can even add the simulation of what they call dreams, where you can hug your father. I understand the need to hug your parent because when I miss my mother a lot, that's all I want from her is a hug. That's it. And then she'll pop up on me, give me a long hug, and I will wake up in tears, bawling, but I feel so good. I felt so good. Said I loved inner city games. I played myself against the wall to get better at my backhand. Man, inner city games was trying to kill us. We're not even going. The people who made the Gatorade weren't even Gatorade making people. It was people from the hood. Our Gatorade had extra sugar in it, so therefore it wasn't Gatorade anymore. It was just Kool-Aid. And then when the day was done, we were allowed to take the packets home. We were drowning in Gatorade. Inner city games was beautiful and ghetto. Said I used to bang the pots with a wooden spoon around the house. LOL, I'm gonna do that today. Nah, Michelle, don't do the bare minimum of that. Do set up the whole drum set. Set up the whole drum set. My inner child, not even inner child, my inner teenager wants a drum set. I just have to wait till I get a house to get one, and or I'm gonna get an electric drum set. Y'all know I'm musical. And everything that I do, you'll see me listening to music and I'm drumming in my head. Like, I just love drums. Yeah, don't do the bare minimum. Set up the full drum set. Set it up around your couch and bang on it. Set it up around your couch and bang on it. You said, I want a keyboard. Get you a keyboard. Make that your next big investment. Save up for it. Get on Amazon and look up keyboards, and do not get that childish ass keyboard where it's got 1,000 buttons on it. And nah, get you a real keyboard, something real authentic that you could sit up on the stand, sit it somewhere in your house that's sacred to you, and play that thing. For real, they're not that expensive. My keyboard in the room right now. You know what I'm saying, bro? Whatever happened to your blue palm or finger? What you mean? The drum that I had, the little hand drum, I threw it away. I'm just like that. I'm like that. I'll get over something and I'll throw it away. The best thing I try to do is give it away, but I didn't know nobody at the time. Oh, you did an inner child meditation? That's good. Said mindset to be understood. What is required for your inner child to be understood? Expression. Expression. The lack of expression is what causes misunderstanding. I'm talking about authentic expression. Authentic expression will cause your inner child to feel heard. Said, what? No, not the drum. No, not that. No, I got the other drum over there. No, that one's not going nowhere. That's actually dedicated to my spirit team. So that one, the other one's not going anywhere. I had a hand drum though. You know what I'm saying? They don't call it a hand drum, but a hand pan. You know what I'm saying? I had one of those. It's okay. I'm gonna get another one. I'm gonna get the big one though. I want the big one. It just costs like $1,600, but I'm gonna get it. Just like I'm gonna get the singing bowls because I love sound. You said best way to teach my kids to express themselves by not lying within yourself. That's the best way to teach them to express themselves, by your expression. Because you can tell a child to talk all you want to. You can tell a child to speak their mind all you want to, but if you only partially speak your mind, then you're being a hypocrite. And they don't even know what a hypocrite is yet. Yeah, like a shamanic drum, yeah. And they don't even know what being a hypocrite is yet. They just know they don't like the fact that you're not expressing 100%, but you expect them to. You know what I'm saying? You got to start doing that around them and make every moment of your expression a teachable moment. Like if let's say somebody calls your phone and they say something you don't like. Immediately in that moment, you stand up for yourself, you clap back at them on the phone, whatever it is you got to do. When you hang up the phone, your children are already listening because children are nosy as hell. Like they just want to be all up in the mix, whatever the mix is, even if the mix don't go with what they mixing up with. Mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it. They want to be in the mix. They heard you on the phone. So when you get off the phone, that's your teachable moment where you say, never let anybody talk to you like you mean nothing. Never let anybody talk to you like you mean nothing. Boom. Teachable moment. When you're at the store or when you're at a restaurant and you order something and they don't bring out your order properly and you go, no, y'all got to take this back, this isn't how I asked for it, then that's another teachable moment. Don't be afraid. You see, what I can't say we because I don't have children, but what the world has done thus far in this time or this day and age, and I'll answer that question about your teenage self in a second. In this day and age, the parents have stopped raising their children full time. They only raise them at home. But real life experience is the best way to raise a child. So anytime you can have a teachable moment, the only person that could possibly have a problem with that is you. The only time possible is with you. Everybody else ain't gonna say nothing. In fact, most parents are gonna listen to you. You say, how much is the ritual today, please? There's no set price. These are donation based. And I'll ask for that when we get there. And I hope y'all send wonderful donations today. You know what I'm saying? I'm going in on this. But the whole village mindset, parents only teach their children at home. You have to teach them out in real world situations so that they know that it's okay to express, because the lack of expression is because they can only express when they're at home. Not only when they're at home, but when they're locked behind their bedroom door. You understand? When they're locked behind their bedroom door is when they can express. So you've shut them down twice. You're most welcome, India. You've shut them down twice. Now, look at that. Burps, Ashe. The reason you do that is because that was done to you. Sometimes as a parent, you do have to put yourself to the side because your child needs to express. Even if it's annoying, even if you feel like, oh, this is just too much, or every day it's something with you. Remember when that happened to you? Remember when every day it was something with you? Remember when every day your parents were complaining about the things you were complaining about? Remember when your father didn't want to listen to you? Remember when your mother told you you're going to have to grow up and be a stronger person than that? You remember those things? You're doing that to your child in a micro way by not even fully listening to them, because allowing them to express but not listen will also make them pin up and shut up. You understand? It'll make a child pin up, like they'll just be like, and your children are not stupid. Let me say that again. Your children are not stupid. And they're always testing to see if you were listening when they were talking. It may not come out today, but it may come out a week from now. Oh, mom, remember when I said I wanted this remote control car? And what you gonna say? No, remember that, which tells them you weren't listening. And at that point, their feelings are hurt. They're just not going to say, my feelings are hurt, because their ability to express is already being stepped on. You understand? They're not going to say that. I know my nephew, and I feel bad to this day because I used to whoop the hell out my nephew because his expressions used to bother the hell out of me because I was beat growing up. You understand? Like one day I gave him a whooping. I'm not even going to hold you. I gave him a whooping, and he came to me after the whooping and he said, Uncle, I said, what's going on? I ain't tell y'all what he did, but I'm not gonna tell you because I can't tell you on camera without literally incriminating a child. He ain't a child no more, but incriminating a child. What he did, I say it warranted a butt whooping, okay? Like, but after the whooping, he came to me and he sat down next to me. He said, "Uncle," I said, "What's going on, nephew?" He's like, "I understand why you whooped me." And I said, that's my face right there, like, because you know, after you whoop a child or you punish them or you scold them, you send them to the room. That's what I did. I did the typical thing, you know? Sent him to his room. He came back out. "I understand why you whooped me, uncle." He said, "But I just want you to know that that hurt my feelings." And I said, I flipped. I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "If you don't get the out of my face with this, that hurt my feelings." I was like, "What about what you did?" Till this day, I think about that. And I'm glad that that didn't stifle his ability to express, because he was expressive. He's like 19 now. He was expressive all the way up. He didn't stop. That didn't stop him from expressing. He's very verbal, like vocal. Like, he gonna say how you feel. You hurt his feelings. You made him mad. If he tell you you eat too much, it's because he cares. He's just very caring like that. Yeah, facts. He schooled me. He got me. He got me. But children, when they don't have the ability to express, they stop trying to tell you things that actually matter. They only come to you with the trivial stuff. And a lot of you have shut your children down to the point where the conversation is always trivial. It's always something simple. Such and such drank my juice. Like, what? Like, how is that important for expression? But when you were at school and the bully told you, you know, you can't sit here, or give me your lunch money, you didn't come home and tell me that. Why didn't you tell me that? It's because the trivial things you didn't even want to listen to. And I understand why you would be frustrated. I understand why you will be frustrated with the trivial things. And it's because you're neglecting your own inner child. That expression actually pissed you off. And let me explain to you, beloved, why your inner child took you to see your teenage self. It's because your inner child is not the one that's broken. That inner teenager is the one that needs healing. And most of us, as much as our childhoods were traumatic, we don't remember the trauma from childhood. We remember the trauma from our teenage years. And so you were taken to see that version of yourself so that you can give yourself something you've always wanted to give yourself. Usually when it comes to the inner teenager, it's something your parents said you couldn't have, because basically it was something that you don't do in your family. Basically, it was something that you don't do in your family, and or that's when the bulk of your abuse actually began, is when you were a teenager. A lot of things happened during your teenage years. A lot of things. Said they were overbearing. See, but now that you're free, you're able to express yourself. Like, one day, y'all gonna see me get on here with my nails painted black, because I didn't get to go through my gothic phase like I wanted to. Because again, my dad was a Black Panther, and that was white boy stuff. That's just how it was in my house. I wasn't able to live out my I wasn't able to live out my rock dreams when I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to express that. I was in a band as a teenager, but it didn't last long because I couldn't even bring my friends over to the crib. That being in a band lasted 7 days tops. Your teenager, your inner teenager, is the one that needs to express to you. It's the one that needs the most love, the things you never did. Some of y'all ain't never attended a concert in your life, and it shows in your behavior. But you've always wanted to go because you never thought that you would ever want to be around so many people while you listen to some of your favorite songs, but you need to go. One of my first concerts was a rock concert. My favorite rock band is Under Oath. And they're like a hardcore band, you understand? One of my favorite rock bands is Under Oath. That was my first concert ever. I was their biggest fan at that time. And it changed my life forever. I knew every song that they were playing. I'm singing, I'm screaming, I'm in the mosh pit, I'm doing my thing. It changed my life forever. And I'm glad that I at least got to do that. My second concert was Jasmine Sullivan. That was different. I was trying to get married at that concert. I was like, baby, baby, Jazzy. I was like, I love you. I love you, Jasmine. Bruh, looking like a fool in the audience. But it was all good because I wasn't alone. Everybody else was yelling too. You know what I'm saying? It was weird. Jasmine Sullivan's concert had a little bit of a mosh pit too, but it wasn't like shoulder bumping and fist swinging and pushing. It was dancing. It was very fun. It was something that I didn't have the opportunity to do a lot as a child and as a teenager because we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have a lot of money. And so I wasn't able to live that out. So in my adult years, I try to do everything I can that I was never able to do before. Because now nobody can tell me, or don't go buy an electric guitar because rock music is for white people. Nobody can tell me that anymore. You can't tell me not to get a drum set. You can't tell me not to paint my nails black. You can't tell me not to put my hair in a mohawk. All things that I attempted to do in my teenage years that I will be doing in my adult years. And so when you're thinking about your inner teen, not your inner child, when you're thinking about your inner teen, there was something that you wanted in your teenage years that you just couldn't have or you couldn't do because you're maybe, like you said, your parents were overbearing. You know what I'm saying? Your parents were overbearing or whatever the case was. Your inner teenager is asking you to give it up. Do it. Give it up. Come on now. Come on. Like, let's do it. Let's say you wanted to color your hair pink, get pink highlights. Do it. Because who's going to tell you can't? Your inner teenager is trying to tell you what your inner teenager was trying to do when you were a teenager, and that's be a rebel and break free. Be a rebel and break free. You can do what you want. You can do what you want now. So all of this neglect of your internal self is literally because you're still hiding from the wounds of that version of yourself. You're still hiding from that. You're wondering what you're going to think of yourself based off the thoughts that you let live inside of you that came from the people who raised you. Because now, me personally, I don't care. The only thing that I don't see myself really doing is getting piercings. I don't know if it will look right on me, but maybe one day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. But that's not something I'm interested in. Everything else I'm interested in. Everything else I'm interested in. Like, I want to live my life as authentically as possible, which means I give myself what I desire when the desire comes up. That's what that means. I give myself what I desire when that desire comes up. I'm ready and willing and prepared to give myself what I desire. A lot of inner child wounds don't heal until you give the child what it's asking for. Somebody said security. Get stable. That means work hard to be stable, not just externally or physically, but emotionally and spiritually and mentally. Be stable in your thought process. Somebody's inner child said they wanted love. You got to give that to the child first, or the love that comes from outside of you will confuse it. And then therefore all of your relationships fall apart because it's hard for you to trust somebody you can't trust. You know what I'm saying? Or not that you can't trust. It's hard for you to trust somebody you don't know, especially when you don't trust yourself. Y'all got to learn how to give your inner child what it wants. Sometimes my inner child want to be reckless. So you know what I did? I went to Walmart and bought a BB gun. And now when my candles are done burning out, the 7-day candles, I put them in my fireplace and I shoot them. Like, excuse me, everybody's inner child wants something. You just have to figure out a way to give it to yourself in a way that'll be satisfactory. Said I wanted tattoos. Said I wanted tattoos, and mom said no. Now I'm getting inked every chance I get. See, the rebel. Said love, security, stability, feeling like I matter to anyone. Well, Jazz, I know you got that now. Bro, you said you just got some swords? I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Look, bro, don't talk to me. I'm jealous. I love swords, bro. Like, I love swords. And it took me a while to know that I was safe where I am. I like it took me a while to know that I'm safe where I am before I could start buying things like that. Like, no, I have two machetes. That's different. Like, I use those for rituals. No, I'm talking about I want two twin katanas. You know what I'm saying? And I want them custom just for me. You know what I'm saying? The king's blades. You hearing me? I want two twin katanas. I swear to you, bro. And I'm going to get them. Said, my inner child wants to feel listened to. But do you have somebody to express that is willing to listen? Oh, they having a sale? I'm gonna have to catch a flight. That's all that is. We just got to catch a flight. Love, you can't, and of course we can always talk about that during your session. Your session is, did we get your session scheduled? I wonder if we did. But you can't worry about whether the abandonment is attached to your child or not, because you can't keep them from feeling what they're gonna feel. Okay, yeah, we're gonna set it up. You can't keep them from feeling what they're feeling. You can't save them from getting their feelings hurt. You can't save them from those types of things. We can't control how another person feels, let alone our own children. Let alone our own children. We cannot control the way that they're going to feel, because the way that they're going to feel is expressed by them. It's not expressed because of what you did to them or what somebody else did to them or what they're viewing or what's being ported onto them because of what's happening in life. Some children's feelings be hurt. They be feeling abandoned because, you didn't come home from work at the same time that you usually do. Again, you can't control the way they're going to feel about things. You can only control the way you're going to deal with that when it comes up. And some children who feel abandoned either by the other parent or whatever the case may be, they don't get over those abandonment issues until you show up for them a lot in life. That means no excuses. They got a recital at school, you show up. They got a game, a football game, a basketball game, you show up, show out with the signs. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? They want to see that example that you won't abandon them in their time where they're their most nervous and vulnerable. That's when it counts the most. And so those abandonment issues, they'll get through. Trust. They'll get through. They will get through it. And you won't have to feel the guilt from that. But you got to let that go. You got to release that thought. You got to release that thought. You got to release that space in your head that makes you feel guilty about what they could possibly feel. Say, bro, I had to do that for my younger siblings. Same, bro. Same. I was at their football games going crazy. Like going crazy. Because I knew my parents were tired. Me and my oldest brother tired my parents out. Like, I knew my parents were tired. So I had to go to their games and go stupid crazy at the game. Let's go! Like, yeah, cussing people out, like, just had to go crazy. Let them know that they had somebody there to cheer them on. Said I was going to have you create an encounter for my kids and their protection from their dad's abuse. I already told you, come get it. Didn't I tell you? Told you $85 to get you that. Y'all better quit sleeping. The original encounter price, the full encounter is quite expensive. So you better come get that while it's at that price. Said, and my bro said I abandoned him when I moved out. Miguel, it's very interesting. When you deal with, said, but my son said he won't do it. It ain't for him to do. It's for you to do. It ain't for him to do. It's for you to do. That encounter will be for you to do to cover them from abuse. He won't say it, but he'll feel the results of it. But Miguel, bro, when you are traumatized, like your siblings are traumatized from your parents, whether that be your father or your mother, if you were a woman, you would have been their mother in that time. If you were there, because you're a man, you take the role of the father in that moment. So yes, Yes, they felt abandoned by you. Said, I thought you said they had to say it too. That's not the only way it works, Renee. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's many ways that these encounters work. If they refuse, you are still the mother, so you can still cover them. You understand? But yeah, my brothers pulled the same thing when I left the country the first time. When you coming back, we miss you. Oh my God, bro! Like, come on, man! Like, we miss you. My little brother still does it to this day. Trill season, you'll see him if he come in here. You'll see him if he comes in here. He'll be like, bro, you got to come back to the city. He's still doing the same thing when he was growing up. Still, he like, bro, when you coming back? He even told me last week. He's like, bro, I'm about to bust some moves, and I'm gonna fly you out here at least for a few days because he misses me. But my goal is to help him grow. So I told him he got to fly out here. Like, you got to come out here, bro. He ain't never been on an airplane in his life. Like, nah, bro, you got to come out. I'm gonna force you to expand. Said, I'm an only child, so the only person who can listen to my only child is me, or your inner child is me. I need to work on that. I mean, you can always get a session too. Just a heads up. Said, we like 95 degrees in Chicago. Man, that ain't nothing. It is 100, I think 106 here. Sheesh. I'll listen to your inner child. You know how many sessions? Let me just say this for a heads up for those of you that are afraid to get a session with me. You know how many sessions I done had with people where I ain't say nothing? Like, literally, they got on the phone and just purged, verbal vomit. And it's like, get it out. Because the truth is, the reason most people's inner child isn't healing is because they don't have a judge-free or judgment-free space to express in. I don't judge. I don't got no time. I don't got no time. So how do you feel from something that your father doesn't even remember he did? Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. The people that hurt you in your past that claim they don't remember what they did to you, don't be afraid. So I just talked to a young woman today who was afraid too. By the time we got off the phone, it sounded like we was best friends. I'm telling you. Look, it's not up to them to remember what they did to you. It's up to you to stop reminding yourself what they did to you. What you're looking for is closure in that abuse. Whatever they did to you, no matter how bad it was, no matter how foul it was, you're looking for that closure so you want them to remember. You like, yo, you did this to me when I was a child. They're like, no, I didn't. You like, what? What? Are you kidding me? And like, no, I ain't do that to you. Like, that ain't even who I am. That ain't even mine. Like, come on now. You're looking for that closure from them. You want them to admit their wrongs and you want them to apologize. And they're not going to. You got to get over the fact that they're not going to apologize and take that healing on for yourself. Take that healing on for yourself so that you can become a more empowered individual. Because as you become empowered, you become a transmutation station for other people who were traumatized by people who claim to not remember what they did. It happens. You don't even remember what you did to people. You understand? If somebody you hurt in the past came up to you and said, you hurt my feelings, would you apologize if you didn't remember? No, because they could be lying to you. And this is what your parents are like. They're like, I don't remember that. I remember I told my dad one day when he was on a high horse, I took this moment to knock him off the high horse, okay? I took this moment to knock him off the high horse. All of our family, like the extended family, was at the crib. You know, we smoking blunts, we're having fun. You know what I'm saying? Laughing. And he's on his high horse. I don't know how high he got, but he was on his high horse. And he was like, man, I raised my children the best way that I could. And I was like, up, 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 up. You know what I'm saying? Up, 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 up. Wait, pump your brakes, sir. Pump your brakes. And he was like, what? I said, Pops, there was not a day that went by that we didn't get a whooping. He was like, I didn't whoop y'all every day. I said, no, Pops, every day. Whether it was a belt, a punch, a push, a pluck, we were abused every day. And he shut up quick. because nobody, none of my siblings denied it. None of them. None of them. Even the two younger brothers who were trial number two. You know, me and my oldest brother were trial one. I was like, yeah, not a day, not a day went by. Whoopings were in order like crazy. And then that's when my father finally opened up about his abuse as a child. Did it make the abuse that we went through better? No. But at least I understood. I was like, cool, now I can let it go. Like now I can let it go. Said the beatings were fine. I could take that, but the sexual assault, I can't get over that. The beatings weren't fine either. Neither was the sexual assault, but you can get over that. Because if you don't get over that, imagine what you're holding in your womb. Imagine what you're holding in your womb. Whatever it is you're looking for in light of your sexual assault, the justice you're seeking from it won't happen the way you think it's going to happen. I'm not saying one day you just go up and be better, but one day you're going to learn how to let go of the result of the sexual assault, and then the core of it or the root of it will pull itself from you. It will pull itself from you. And you'll feel lighter. Because the longer you hold on to what happened to you in the past, the harder it's going to be to reach the future self that you want to see and that you want to be. It will always be this looping thing going on where you get to a new level yourself, but then you got to go back again because you're still living back. You're still living in yesterday. And I'm not telling you get over it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, but you will get through it. You know what I'm saying? Said, I just can't believe a family member could ever do that to a child. It happens more often than not. And again, I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying it happens. I'm saying it happens. The disbelief isn't going to take away the fact that it happened. The pure shock of it isn't going to take away the fact that it happened. It happened. And it's for you to push through at this moment in time in your life. Because as much as you would love to hold them to that, that's the crap that they say they're not going to remember. That's that shit right there. That's the one. I don't remember that. Like, what? And you start flipping out and you go through these cycles again and you destroy yourself and break yourself again over and over and over and over again. But the one thing you have to learn is that it wasn't your fault. The one thing you have to understand is that it wasn't your fault. And it doesn't matter how hardcore of a person you've become because of it. There's no way for you to go back to that version of yourself and defend yourself from experiencing that. You experienced it. It awakened the warrior in you, but that warrior can't protect the past. It can only protect the present and the future. The stronger version of you is only present to make sure you never have to see anything like that ever again in your life. But letting go of yesterday is difficult when you can't let go of the idea or the shock of yesterday. It took me a long time. It took me a long time. And sometimes I feel like I'm not even through it, but I'm over the anger phase of it. I'm over the anger of it. I'm over that anger. So now I can actually dig down to the root and pull it out so I can figure out what part is me and what part is my trauma. You understand? When you're traumatized as a child, you grow up and half of you ain't even the real you because it's who you had to become because of what happened to you. And so when you're dealing with traumas and are i.e. doing the shadow work, when you're dealing with your traumas, you actually start seeing that some of your behaviors are because of what happened to you. It's actually from what happened to you. I found out that my hypersexuality actually came from my molestation and rape. I was like, I thought I was, I thought I was freaky 10,000. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was him. Now I was hurt. I was hurting. Trying to transmute something that I refused to pinpoint. And once I pinpointed it, the sexual aficionado just stopped. I was like, hey, for the men in here, I lost my stroke game. Like the stroke wasn't stroking, you know what I'm saying? The stroking wasn't stroking all. You know what I'm talking about? Like I lost all stroke. Like I was like, this is crazy. I thought I was him. I was hurt. I was in pain. And the pain felt like pleasure. You get me? See, some people aren't trying to push past their traumas. They're just embracing it and saying, this is who I am. Me, I'm too analytical for that. Because there's no reason that a breeze should turn me on. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason at all. Like, I'm like, whoo, boing. Like, nah, that's not the way it should be. I'm like, something's off. And then I started having visions from my past. And I was like, got you. Now it's my job to extract the results of the trauma. The memory will never fade, but you'll stop trying to live in that memory. One day, take your time. Take your time. But if you find it's holding you back from expressing and being the full expression, the beautiful expression of yourself, that's something you need to take some time to dig into within yourself. Go through it. Push through it. Go through it. Sit down and do the shadow work on that. Because I promise you, if that's something you're still griping about till this day, that's the one thing that's actually holding you back from what it is that you desire, or why the things you get that you do desire are partial, not like the full thing, It's partial. It ain't never what it's supposed to be. It's always a preview of it. Say, oops, I think my baby daddy been doing work on me from stuff he learned off TikTok. Renee, you just need to come get this work. I'll sew your baby daddy up real quick. Said, and now I'm rebuilding my relationship with my dad. It's interesting because now I'm rebuilding the relationship with my abuser. And you don't think that you would do it, but a lot of y'all go back to an ex that's been punching on you for years. A lot of y'all go back to an ex that took it from you while you was asleep. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll just put it to y'all like this. No matter what you went through as a child, the healing is not impossible. And I need you to stop acting like it is, because the more you act like it is, the more you search for traumatic things. So for those that were victims of sexual assault, I bet your algorithm looked like sexual assault. I bet money. Bet money. Everybody in here owe me $100. Bet money. I bet your algorithm looked like sexual assault. For those of you that were beat, I bet your algorithm looks like abuse. I guarantee it. For those of you who were neglected as a child, I bet your algorithm looked like family. I bet your algorithm looked like family. Everything where the family is together. Some of you are traumatized by your recent dealings and doings. Some of you who thought that you were going to have a complete family and your family not as complete as you wanted it to be. Your algorithm looks like complete families, where the mother and the father take the children on vacation. Are you feeding your healing or are you feeding your trauma? Ask yourself. I'm completely transparent because I've had my heart broken so much. My algorithm looks like successful relationships. And I'm not watching it because I think one day I'm going to have a successful relationship. I'm watching it because I'm asking myself, why ain't I never had a successful relationship? What was my problem? What was their problem? What do I need to adjust? What do I need to fix? My algorithm looks like my pain. Said I have narcissist awareness shit on mine though, but mostly positive stuff. That's because anybody who dealt with a narcissist is... I knew this one girl, I had to block her. I know it sounds so messed up, but her whole overall page was dedicated to surviving a narcissist. Very interesting. The more I studied her page, the more I found out she was actually the narcissist. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna lie. That's what I picked up on as I watched her page. She went from talking about how she was abused to being the abuser. She went from talking about escaping a narcissist and guiding women to escaping their narcissist to how to torture a man. I'm like, oh, 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 you went from I escaped the narcissist to becoming the narcissist. And there's no way to necessarily become a narcissist. You would have already had to have been one. It was just awakened in you, like, oh, reared its ugly head. No facts, they need to heal. But it's hard to heal from a narcissist when your personality was literally birthed or abused into you by the narcissist. Oh, no facts. Sometimes that does happen when you're working on trauma. The problem is becoming a healer when you're not even working on the process of healing. The problem is getting online trying to teach people how to get through what you're not trying to get through. It's like screaming for help without screaming for the specific help that you need. You know what I'm saying? Literally getting online. I hate a narcissist. That, these are all the signs of a narcissist. Like you got the education, but not the integration. And it bothered me to see it. Like it bothered me to see it because I can't for the life of me be mad at any of my exes. Because in order for myself to lead myself to good for nothing women, hear me out. In order for me to lead myself to good for nothing women, not all of them were like that, but in order for me to lead myself to good for nothing women, there had to be a good for nothing in me. It had to. It had to. Because what made you stay where you knew you weren't supposed to be? Because you were trying to transmute what you saw in them out of you. Some people just get caught up. You understand? Some people just get caught up and it's too late to quit and leave and run. And they like, why did I stay so long? Because you thought you were going for one reason and found a bunch of other reasons to not leave. And you got to heal that. And it's weird, right? Because as much as people talk about your inner child, your inner teenager, they don't talk about that inner adult. They don't talk about how trauma leaves a stamp. It literally stamps. It's like a time stamp. That inner adult too. Why do you always feel like I don't know myself? There's an inner everything every time something happens to you that you don't release. Some of you are afraid of love because love, whatever happened to you when it came to relationships, stamped a time stamp internally. It stamped that. And so now you have an inner lover, the one that you want to let out, the one that you want to express, but you're afraid to express it because of last time you tried to express it, what happened. So you push it in to protect it. You understand? And so you put on this mask of this careless person. I'm wonderful. How are you? And I'm going to talk about narcissistic family. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Hold on. And so you put it inside and you put a costume on. We fight. We literally go, okay, well, I'm not going to love anybody anymore. Why not? It's who you are. It's literally your nature to love and be in love. Well, I'm just learning how to love myself. How's that possible if you tucked your love away? Yes, that's what I'm saying. For those that are like, wait, is he saying, yeah, I'm saying the love you've been giving to yourself is subpar because the love you've been giving to yourself is a disguise of the real love that you carry on the inside. Ashe said because it hurts and every time it's with the wrong person. Let me tell you something. If your love is really righteous, loving anyone is never wrong. Never. You have to learn when that love is done. You have to learn when to close that book. Said, I'm fresh out of 7-year marriage. I'm just working on healing right now. And that's a beautiful thing, but you can't do it without love. Said, I'm afraid of being with the right person in love. So I can, with the wrong person, you mean, right? And continually choose the wrong people so I don't end up with the right person. You know what? Being afraid of choosing wrong keeps you from making other choices also. I bet it's hard for you to decide what you want to eat sometimes. And we think that that's minor. We think, oh, I never know what I want to eat. it's because you don't want to be disappointed. You never know what you want to wear, and you think it's minor. You're like, okay, it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you can't even decide what you want to wear because you don't want to put on the wrong thing, and it causes something to go wrong in your day, or for you to feel unattractive. All of these things. See, this is what self-mastery is about. When you really examine your parts. You said, what's my email? Here, I'm going to put it into which email? You want the Encontre email or wait, why you want my email? I almost put it in the comments. I'm like, wait. That's random. Why you want my email? What you need it for? So what I wrote was probably confusing. It wasn't confusing. You're balancing. I could tell by the way you wrote that you're balancing between spectrums, where it's like, okay, I don't want to choose the wrong one because it'll make it hard for me to find the right one. I don't want to choose the right one and fail because then it'll lead me to finding the wrong one. You're bouncing between spectrums. Your practice should be trust. Your practice should be trust. Learning to trust no matter what the result is. I'll give you a story, okay? I'll give you a story. I'm not trying to scare you. You said for my session, just sent my 65. Oh, okay. Here. I'm going to put it in the comments. Thank you for sending your 65 for your session. At iCloud. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming back. I'll give you a good example. This one finna blow y'all, and I don't want nobody to feel bad for me at all, okay? Okay, is that right? BeInContra@iCloud.com. That's my email. I'm gonna give you a story. I don't want nobody to feel bad for me. So my scary behind, I'm telling you, every relationship I've been in, I've been hurt. I'm talking about to the core. When people ask me what's wrong with my heart, I say it's on a string, and I only got one left in me. You hear me? And so this one almost broke me permanently. Okay, I was talking to this woman, right? Beautiful, gorgeous. She has a little girl. Yeah, don't feel bad for me. I'm not doing this, so you can. So being an empath, this is good practice for y'all. I don't want you to feel bad for me. It's very interesting. This woman I was talking to, we were really hitting it off. I'm talking about, I don't even like being on the phone, but I was on the phone with her for hours. And I was encouraging her and, being there for her. And she was like, I love talking to you and spending time with you, although it was like basically over the phone. Like we were falling in love. You feel me? Or so I thought, my goof ass. I'm thinking we falling. I'm over here, head over heels, literally over here. You understand? That means this happened recently. That means this happened while I was living in this crib. You understand? At least a year and a half ago. Okay? No, a year. Right? I'm head over heels. I'm like, yo, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I'm gonna fly you and your daughter out here. Y'all just come. I'm like, we might as well just go ahead and get this cracking. I'm like, we're getting to know each other way too well. And then I noticed that she started to get distant and my heart started to really hurt. And so I get on Facebook one day, and I told this story before, but I never told it in detail because I'm talking about we talked a lot, and the person that she was with previously that she was no longer with was very abusive. You know what I'm saying? She was just getting her stuff together, and I guess her baby's father locked her out the crib, her and her daughter in the middle of winter. It was crazy stuff. And I'm like, hey, don't even worry about that. You coming out, hey. Okay, like don't even worry about that. I'm like, I'm on the phone with her, like, yo, let's see about getting you and your daughter a hotel till we can find you an apartment, unless you coming out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving it my all, as scared as I am. I'm like, nah, this is what I want. This is what I want. And I get on Facebook one day. I'm just scrolling down my timeline. I see this broad, and that's right, I called her a broad. Don't nobody be offended. I see this broad on the status, and it says, oh my God, y'all, he proposed to me. Being as goofy as I am, I didn't put two and two together. I laughed and I commented on the status and laughed. And I said, I ain't proposed to you. I was like, don't be out here telling these people that. Like, don't be out here telling these people that. What are you talking about? I ain't proposed. I'm like, hold on. King Soon, the player, you're not gonna put me out there like that. And then the next post was a photo of her and her baby's daddy. I don't even know how I didn't snap. I don't even know how I didn't snap. All I could say to myself in that moment, which is what typically happens when your heart is broken or when you feel hurt, was F love. F love. You said, I love that you can smile through what you've been through. Bro, one day I'm going to have a comedy special. I'm going to make the world laugh like Kevin Hart. Laugh at my pain. My pain is hilarious. I said to myself, F love. I was like, I'm never going to trust another woman in my life. I was like, I've been cheated on before and it never hurt as bad as that did. I was like, now that's shady. Like, that's shady, 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 shady. And maybe 3 days went by. And I don't know when I pushed through the healing or the pain from my past when it came to relationships. But for some reason, I kept thinking in my head, as much as you said F love, you should just be glad it wasn't her. Like, be glad it wasn't her, because I have a magnetism about me. I know my level. I have a magnetism about me, which means that she probably would have been willing, had I pressed the issue, she probably would have been willing to keep him a secret while secretly dating me. That could have went all bad. That could have went all bad for her in her life. Because I would have been all right. They wouldn't have. That could have went all bad. And I sat there on the edge of my bed with tears in my eyes and I said, you know what? I'm glad it wasn't her. Because I thought that I didn't even have it in me to love anymore. This is the interesting part. I said, I said, I'm glad it wasn't her. I said, dang, bro. I said, you almost went like full board into that, like full blown. I said, if you were willing to do all of that for her, wait until you find who's actually for you. And then patience begin to set in. And I sat back and I said, I'll wait for who's for me. I'll wait. Even if I feel like I don't want to be alone and I can't wait to be in love, all that blase, blase, I'm still going to wait. Because the issue is I didn't have no patience. I didn't have no patience. So I was able to fall into a trap. Player, fall into a trap? How? I see everything. But that's why they say love is blind. Love is blind. Y'all remember that song? And it'll take over your mind. So you said, how do you trust again? By learning to trust yourself. Because I want to tell you something. Let's say you find somebody you really like, right? Let's say you find somebody you really like and y'all hit it off or whatever, what have you. And you're afraid that it might not be the one, because there's always that talk. Said, okay, I need to book a session. I don't know what you're waiting on. It's on special, $65 for the hour. You better get it yanking. We always gripe about finding the one. I want 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 the one. The problem is we don't trust whether we run into them or not. They could be the one that's for us, but because we're reflecting on what people did to us, we will run from them. So it doesn't matter whether you meet them or not. You need to learn to stop feeling guilty for how you express your feelings. So, King, if I book a session, is it okay if it's in Europe? Are you saying you're in Europe? Yeah, we can FaceTime. Straight up, we good. You need to stop feeling guilty for your expressions. The reason why you desire love and run from love is because you know you can't help but to love. Stop feeling guilty for that. That's the next upgrade in your spirituality. Say, yeah, now I just avoid people. How is that helping you? It's not helping you. It's not benefiting you at all to run and hide from people. It's not doing anything for you, because what you're lacking is expression. And the less you express, the more you cover up how you really feel. Say, bro, I love love. I already know, bro. I love love too, which is why I love each and every one of you. Bars. I love love too. I allow myself to even have temporary connections that I know are temporary connections. Because the one thing I refuse to do for the rest of my life is shut off my love because I feel like this ain't it. If I can't love you forever, I'm not going to love you. No way. No way. No way. It's, if I feel like I love you right now, I love you right now. When that love stops, it just stops. But I don't regret giving it to you because it's my right to love. You say, how do I trust again? By allowing yourself to express honestly. You got to express honestly. You have to express honestly, and you have to allow yourself to experience love. So you're answering my questions before I can even get them out. That's the channel, Clear Cognizance. Ashe. You got to allow yourself to express honestly. Some of y'all are afraid to admit. In the wake of all of my heartache and me being unapologetic about my love, I helped awaken a lot of other people's loves, where there were women who came to me who claimed to have feelings for me. So we took it there. Like, let's take it there. I'm going to let you get to know me. We're going to get to know each other. When it runs out, it runs out. But the one thing we're not going to do anymore is regret the fact that we got to experience this love. Facts. Said, oh, yes, just because a song ends doesn't mean it shouldn't have been played. All facts. Now I love without bounds. Now it's not whether you're the one or not. Now it's how much should I or shouldn't I give you, because I'm going to give it to you anyway. You understand? Express yourself. Express your love. Some of you are so heartbroken or broken or holding on to the traumas of past relationships that even when friends tell you that they love you, you feel uncomfortable because you can't examine how genuine the love is. You don't need to. All you need to do is keep loving genuinely, because if you keep shutting your love off, even the love for yourself becomes tainted. I love myself more because I don't lack in my expression of love. Say, well, I can't wait to talk to you. You talking to me and my inner child. Oh yeah, that session gonna be yanking. That session's gonna be yanking. I promise you. Oh, you said depression feeds off of that. I get it. I get it. I get it. But the way you stop feeding depression is stop supplying the meal. You're welcome, Trinity. You're welcome. Stop supplying depression the meal. Your heart may break, but don't tie your heartbreak to your depression. Understand that it's okay for you to love the way you love. And then I started practicing what I call that hippie type of love. Anybody can get it. I don't know how long you're going to have it, but anybody can get it. And then I learned to control how it's distributed. Once I learned how to control how it's distributed, then I learned who and who not to give it to. Then I learned how to let people in and how to kick people out. Then I learned who deserved to be in my space or who don't deserve to be in my space. My boundaries were born because of a free expression of my love, because the truth is there is no healer without love. You understand? None, zero, nada, zilch. There is no healer without love. Some of y'all are so powerful, but your power is locked behind your inability to express the love from within. And I ain't talking about that hippie shit that the community be talking about. I ain't talking about love and light. Express the love and light from within you. I'm talking about that pleasurable love. When people hug you, you change their life. When you talk to them on the phone, your voice soothes them. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about that real love that comes from the depth of you that you can't even measure. When you express that type of love, eventually you learn how to handle how it's distributed, and then nobody can manipulate it out of you. Then you start talking to people like, my love is my choice. Oh my God. When you tell them that, that's when they know they can't control you. So a manipulator won't even last long. So therefore, heartbreak won't even be a part of it. It's a part of my conversation now. Oh, King, I love you. I love you too. And my love has some rules to it. It's hinged on whether or not you keep completely loving yourself, because I can't fill up a space you're not pouring into. Oh, I totally understand. And then crickets. Therefore, I didn't invest my overall full-blown attention into this situation and intention into this situation. Therefore, I don't feel abandoned when it's over. When it's over, I'm relieved, because this time I wasn't taken for my love. I was able to give it by my permission. You can't control what you're not expressing. You can't control what you're not expressing. It has to be an expression. You got to be able to express it. Like straight up. And if you can't express it, don't expect it to benefit you in the long run. Because when we talk about self love, people have a problem with self love because they lack the expression of love. Acceptance is a part of love. Go out and come back in, bro. If I'm lagging, go out and come back in. You're worthy of love. Mm-hmm. Oh, oh, hell yes. You're worthy of love, but more so the love that you give to yourself because it teaches you what you will and will not accept from anyone outside of you. How do you even know your own rules and laws if you lack expression? Are you waiting to discover your laws through pain? I promise you, pain is not the only way you learn. You learn through experience, which means if I express this and somebody treats me wrong or they take advantage of it, so be it. What did I learn from that? I learned that I shouldn't invest my energy in people who don't have nothing when they show up in my life. You know what I'm saying? Stop pouring into empty people. Empty people are not the problem. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to help people that are empty is not the problem. Trying to help an empty person that ain't even attempted to pour into themselves will leave you drained every single time. Now you know how to approach connections and relationships. Now, when companionship shows up, when your mate shows up, that one you've been looking for, you can actually measure and feel when something's off, and then you don't lax on your rules. And you go, maybe this ain't right now because you're dealing with XYZ, and I can't sit here and watch you go through that if you're not willing to change it. There's no heartache in that. There's just an acceptance of they are where they are and you are where you are. And if they want to be where you are, they don't have to get where they need to be first. You understand? Facts, Jazz. Facts, Miguel. They're going to take everything from you. Stop walking blindly into connection. So that's why self love is so deep and connection to your inner child. Get curious and open again. That's why today's ritual is the child protection, the cleanse, and the inner child. We started off talking about your actual children. Now we're dealing with your inner child. You remember when you were a little girl or a little boy, you didn't mind who you hugged. Now you measure whether they deserve a hug or not. When you were a little girl or a little boy, you loved everything and everybody unless you were just a jerk. And that was just you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you were just a little jerk. And if that's the case, that's just your personality. But most of us were very loving in our approach. We wanted to be a part of everything. We wanted to be in everything. And although it hurt our feelings when people turned their back on us as children, we never stopped loving. As the adult, you're trying to prevent yourself from feeling pain is what's actually causing you more pain. So know when you get there, you will have that person waiting on you. Facts. Y'all know I can't wait to be in my relationship. Y'all already know. I've done a lot of healing over the years. A lot. A lot of admitting my own faults. Where I'm like, nah, that was definitely my fault. That was definitely me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't even been in that position. But had I not done that, I wouldn't be in this position. So we can't wait for our session, King. Did y'all already pay for it? I'm looking forward to it. Said I've got a lot more to go, but I'm excited for mine as well. Said my partner lost his mom and feels like a part of him is stolen. It's hard for me to carry his pain. You don't need to carry his pain. Let him carry his pain. He's not a woman. He's not a woman. You see, because you have a womb, you incubate things, including trauma and pain. He's not a woman. Let him sort. Give him space to sort. You're trying to shoulder his pain, which means you'll grow to dislike him while he's healing. I'll tell you this because it happened to me in 2017 when I was head over heels for this woman. My mom died the same year. Well, no, 2017. My mom died the same year. And she told me, she said, I hope the fact that your mom died doesn't change you. And I said, it won't. because I was already deep in my spiritual journey. I understood death. I had already seen my mother. You know what I'm saying? And still see my mother to this day. But there's the subtle parts that change in you, where you start to remember all the lessons that your mother taught you. You start to feel sad because the woman that you're with and the future children you might have might not ever get to spend time with your mother. You know what I'm saying? You can't have conversations about the stresses that you're going through in life. It changes the makeup mentally, and then it starts to weigh physically. All you can do is be a space for him when he's ready to express, but give him the space. Because if you put pressure on him during his moment of grieving, he will do something that's completely out of character. And there's a lot of people in here who've been with people who lost a parent or a sibling, and the very first thing they did was cheat, because the healing space that they were in became a space of attack. Too much pressure causes pipes to burst, and everybody has a little bit of infidelity on the inside because it's a revenge thing when you don't get the chance to heal. It's a rebellious thing from when you were a child and you went through something and somebody told you to suck it up. It's the same feeling, but times 1,000 as an adult, and especially as an adult man. So give him his space to heal, hold space for him, do sweet things for him. And when he comes out of that shell and he's ready to embrace life again, you'll be the first person he embraces. And that embrace is going to be a thank you embrace, which is a rare embrace that not a lot of people get. A lot of people don't even get the thank you embrace. Thank you for sitting here. I know you felt neglected, and it's going to take a while because we can't control the time of grieving. Some people grieve for years. Some people never stop grieving. Although you shouldn't grieve for the rest of your life, but some people never have the space to express their grief. So they just tuck it away, and it shows up in all of their relationships and connections. It's some scary shit. It's some scary shit, but I want you to know that if you love him, if you really, really love him, give space when he needs it, give hugs when he needs it most. And because as much as people hate to admit it, part of the reason it's hard for you to shoulder his pain is because you want the person back that you fell in love with, and he's just not him at this moment in time. He's just not him. You want attention. Every kiss don't feel like a kiss if you getting kisses. If y'all still doing the thing, it don't feel like it felt before. It feels different. And it's because he's trying to love you while he's having a hard time accepting that the first love of his life is no longer here. You have to give him the space. But go buy you some toys or something. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do, but you don't have to shoulder his pain. Let him shoulder it so he can become a more solid rock for the foundation of your relationship. But if you try to take it from him, you're going to weaken him. And this is when a person starts to dislike you, although you've been there for him. Y'all want to know how it happens? I just gave you some man game. That's how it happens. No man wants to feel weak. When they lose somebody, this is where their ultimate strength kicks in. If you take that opportunity from them to be strong, mm-mm, 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 you're not going to like who they become. I said, bro, a hug can help and heal and make him feel like you're there when he needs you. We want to feel loved. Exactly. Because now he's missing the maternal figure in his life. And if you love him like you say you do, this is when you tap into that side of yourself, because it's not like you don't need to anyway. A woman not tapped into her maternal side is a woman that lacks the full expression of her manifestations. Because how can you care for anything when you're barely caring for the part of yourself that's supposed to care? Without expression, you get what I'm saying? Without expression, go ahead, test yourself. Go ahead, test yourself. Let me take a sip of my water. I feel like we done got deep. We done went deep. We weren't even supposed to go there like that. But hey, you asked. Oh, you asked. Look, and a heads up, I'm always promoting myself, right? I do grief sessions too. So if he needs to talk to a man, tell him holla at me. I swear to y'all, when I meet my wife, bro, we gonna be partners in this. Because there's an expression that I'm missing, although I know a lot about the divine feminine. She's literally that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's literally that. We're gonna be double teaming on the healing. Double teaming. Double teaming. Like, double teaming. I'm looking forward to it. Look, start crying because I can't do it by myself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can. But I don't want to. So it's a testament to what you said earlier. Look, it's something still, again, that's so crazy. So it's a testament to what you said earlier. This shows if you're capable of filling your own cup where he can't fill it for you. I'm telling you, because when people go through healing crisis in relationship, the very first thing the other partner says is, I feel neglected. And the craziest thing is, the only reason people go through healing crisis in relationships, besides traumas that happen in life, is because they were neglecting a part of themselves. Said the human embodiment of the divine feminine. Yo, I can't wait for me to get it either. I'm gonna get it. I ain't got no choice but to have it, because in this lifetime, in this world, I may not be from this dimension or this universe, but this time around, it ain't gonna be just mission. No, I'm gonna have love too while I bust this mission. I'm gonna have it. Or somebody getting smacked. Or somebody's getting smacked. So have you ever had a dream when a voice calls you to wake up out the sleep? Yeah. Peace. Yeah, it can be one or two things. Either you could be dealing with your spirit guides calling you, or there's just an annoying spirit near you. And if you're multidimensional, there could be people in your life that are just calling you. They're calling you. It happens to me every night, like 3-4 freaking times a night. And I'll wake up, my goofy ass. Don't nobody live here but me. Like, Like, sometimes it's just a call. Say, well, who's cutting onions? Me. It was me. It was me. No, facts, bro. I don't sleep at all. Either I'm up working or I'm out traveling. You hear me? Ain't no sleep over here. I'm a real soldier spiritually. Like, it's always something to do. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. How special is that? How special is that? But yeah, see what I mean by today, those that inner child is already healing. Everything that y'all spoke about today was something correlating to your inner child. I couldn't even do the protection over your children, your actual children. I'm like, nah, we're just going to go ahead and go into the inner child. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about them, because apparently they wanted the floor today. And they got it. They got it. Like, they got it. I'm a movie nut too, so I know exactly where that line comes from. Like, no, they got the floor today. And I'm proud of each and every one of you for expressing. This is what it takes. This is what it takes. You have to have a space where you can express. I'm doing the best to make sure that my platforms are that space where you don't feel judged for your expressions. Because even just getting it out can cause to the what I call the ripple effect. It's like a ripple effect where you may not be able to get everything out during this live stream, but as soon as you get off, that's when everything starts to purge from within you, and it comes out from you, and you're finally set free from some of the pain you've been resisting. And in that case, I've done my job. Some of y'all just need to express. Some of y'all just need to express. And I'm proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all. So I'm so glad to be a part of this space. I wouldn't dare say some of the stuff I say in here. It's because you're safe. It's because you're safe. You said, how do you heal your children's spirits before they're here on the earthly plane from being in a relationship with someone where you said you wanted kids with that? Are you saying you got with this person and you tried for children and you had a miscarriage? Or are you saying you called your children forth because you thought this was the person you wanted to have children with and it didn't work out, so you didn't have children? Because then we got to examine the rules of incarnation. The only thing you did wrong, okay, the only thing, if you did anything wrong at all, the only thing you did wrong was call them forth when you weren't ready. Okay, but trust me, the process ain't just a how do I say this? The process ain't just a quick, you decide they were coming in and they pop into this magic bubble and here they are. No, it's like reverse Benjamin Buttons. You know what I'm saying? They were adults in the spirit realm. They weren't children. You know what I'm saying? They were grown. They grew down to be born here, just like you get old to get to the other side. It's the reverse, okay? Um, and so they had to grow down to get here, which means they had to be transported back, which means they have to grow again in that space. But what's interesting is before they incarnate or before they're placed in your womb, they're fully conscious of who they are and they're very intelligent. Don't think for a second that they can't forgive you. Don't think for a second that they cannot forgive you. Okay, they forgive you. I saw my son in the aborted form. Okay. And all I could do was apologize. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I thought that that was it. You know what I'm saying? I thought that she was it. I'm so sorry. And till this day, my son is still ready. He like, I'm waiting on you, Pop. I'm like, you gonna be waiting a little minute. Just a little minute. Just a smidge, just a second. But don't feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel bad. Just keep communicating with them and let them know soon enough. Let them know soon enough. Soon enough, it'll be their time to come. But feeling bad for it, you're actually trying to place the trauma on them to get the guilt off yourself. You understand? Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. They're more intelligent than you know. And they have a lot more information than you do on the way over here before they have to forget said information. They got it. So they understand you made a mistake in your choice or your decision to be with a person. Don't worry about that. Don't put yourself in that position or that level or layer of stress, because it's gonna throw you for a loopy loop. It's gonna throw you for a loopy loop. I did it. I did it. Like, don't do it to yourself. He said, not sure if this is relevant to today's topic, but I want to be celebrated. I want to celebrate myself. Yeah, because I asked everybody to close their eyes and ask their inner child what they wanted. Mine said a party. I was like, damn, dude, every day with this, I want a party. So for my birthday, my next birthday next year, it's up. It's up. I'm turning up. I'm gonna have like a kid's birthday party and adult birthday party in one. And everybody that come better sing me happy birthday, or I'm plucking people in their kneecaps. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Like, you feel me? Like, if you want to be celebrated, celebrate yourself and surround yourself with people that will celebrate you. Hell yeah. But I'm gonna get the adult bouncy house so we can actually bounce in the bouncy house, because the children's bouncy house is not for us. I don't care how skinny and short you may be. It's not for you. It's for the little ones. It's literally built for them. But yeah, we're gonna have the bouncy house with the bouncy slide with the water on it. Yeah, it's gonna be lit. Said I got a plug. I already know you do, bro. I never doubt that, bro. Anytime Miguel say he got the plug, he's not lying, which makes him the plug. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to be celebrated and you want to celebrate yourself, start today. I mean, if it's too late right now, take yourself out tomorrow. It's the weekend anyway, ain't it? What's today? Yeah, Friday is the weekend anyway. Take yourself out on a date or something. Take yourself to dinner, but have them bring you things out like it's your birthday, like it's a celebration. Take yourself to a bar and have them bring out the little champagne bottle with the sparklers in it. Celebrate yourself. And then after you do that, surround yourself with people who don't mind celebrating you. Don't be afraid to express that to your friend circle too. I want to be celebrated. I done put in a lot of work. I don't put in a lot of work. I want to be celebrated, but you got to be willing to admit that. Said I might do a bubble run. That sounds fun. That sounds like fun. The bubble run. Thank you, bro. Thank you. That's what I mean. You got to express yourself to the people around you. Because if you're waiting on them to be an oracle and predict what you want, you're gonna be waiting the rest of your life, bro. You're gonna be waiting the rest of your life. You want people to predict your wants and needs. No, tell them. So you can see if they're the ones that are willing to meet it or not. But give it to yourself first. Say, oh, I'm gonna do that at the vineyard tomorrow. Where you live at? You got a vineyard near you? I wanna come. Said I want to do a color run. The color runs sound amazing. The color runs sound amazing. Said I'm going to go to the beach for a walk. I gotta find a lake because also my inner child wants to go fishing. I've only been fishing once in my life, so you already know how this is gonna go. So today, before we get to the second half, I want you to write a list down of all the things your inner child wants you to do. Y'all know how y'all have y'all vision board? I'm giving you ideas. Don't try taking a run with it like you thought of it. You know what I'm saying? You know how you have your vision board? Make one for your inner child too. Your vision board for your inner child is more doable than the one you created for yourself as an adult. Hmm? 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 Oh, you in Maryland. It's time for me to catch some flights, though. It's time for me to travel. I'm ready to see the United States. I don't mind seeing the world, like leaving the country. I do that anyway, because I'm a runner, I'm a track star. I'm going to lead a country. If it's one thing, I'm going to do that. Say you and Jazz be saying the same shit. You know what, bro? Lover to lover to lover. That's what it is. Lover to lover to lover. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. It's the expression of that. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I've only been fishing once, and if I recall from that childhood memory of me fishing, somebody fell out the boat. I don't know if it was me, but somebody fell out the boat. I want to go fishing. Said, what would you put on your inner child vision board? I would make my vision board look like a Christmas wish list, but with pictures. Your inner child vision board should have all the things that your inner child always wanted to do. But here's the goal. You're not manifesting off that vision board. You're checking things off the list. Okay? You're not manifesting like, oh, I manifest the opportunity to go scuba diving because that's what your inner child wants. No, you're not manifesting that. You're checking it off the list, which means you're setting aside a part of your budget to actually go do that. And if what your inner child wants to do is free, those are the things that you can check off the list ASAP. Because what you're going to find when you do this vision board for your inner child, you're going to find yourself nervous. That's the best part where you're like, oh, okay. I don't know if I really want to do that. Yeah, kind of like a bucket list, but for your inner child. The reason I said make it a vision board is so your inner child can be quiet. Because once you put all these things out, because I want you to listen to your inner child. Once you put all these things out on your vision board for your inner child will have peace because now it doesn't have to scream at you for what it desires, which is ultimately what you desire anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun project. It's gonna be a fun project. Make a vision board for your inner child. And I swear to God, if I see this on TikTok, somebody getting cussed out in the most loving way possible. I'm be like, so you thought of that, huh? You thought of that, huh? It was you. Yeah. Sure, buddy. Sure, but do your best. Do your best. Imagine having an inner child vision board party. First of all, that sounds lit because you can knock a couple things off the list just by having the party. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Yeah, it's natural to be nervous because that's the child. That's it. If you go, what does my inner child feel like? Like a child would, nervous. First time getting on a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? So, what are your thoughts on surrogacy? I don't think surrogacy is a bad thing, but if you're considering surrogacy as you're the surrogate, like you're the one that's carrying the baby, or you're considering getting somebody else to carry your baby, you have to think about the bonding nature of that. If you have no other choice, I understand. I understand if you have no other choice. But if you do have the choice, it's very interesting. Every womb has the ability to bond. So if you carry somebody else's baby, it's going to hurt like hell when you got to give that baby up. And although they're going to say, you can come visit because without you, this child wouldn't be here, XYZ, ask anybody in the world who's ever done surrogacy, it still hurts because naturally, by the law or by cosmic law, that child is yours. So, like it's going to feel awkward to not be the parent. You know what I'm saying? Surrogacy is different, but it's up to you. If you have the emotional strength for it, go for it. Go for it. Bless somebody with a child. If you get pregnant easy, bless somebody with a child, or you know what I'm saying? Allow somebody to birth your child if you can't. But don't forget to pray and cleanse your womb first so you can make sure whether or not you can have a child. Because sometimes it's not that you are barren in that area. Sometimes the people you lay with are just incompatible. Just a heads up, give you some peace. Give you a little bit of it's a little bit of peace. Especially when your destiny is big, you can't have children with everybody. You just can't. Your ancestors not gonna allow it. Your womb gonna turn off on you. You know what I'm saying? Your womb gonna be like, child, that ain't it. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. That ain't it. You know what I'm saying? The womb is actually very smart. I advise every woman in here who doesn't do womb work to start. Watch how your womb communicates. I mean, I would damn near say any woman in here can tell me, right? You can I always tell you could tell me if I'm lying, tell me if I'm capped, right? But because I'm a man and women love chewing me out, you're mansplaining again. First of all, don't make me have don't make me hire a group of female ninjas to kick you in your kneecaps. I will do whatever it takes to shut you up. But ladies, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm capped that do womb work. If you do womb work, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, okay? But if you do womb work, your womb is damn near, if not for sure, your womb is damn near one of your spirit guides. Hmm. So, if you ever think, who are my spirit guides? Start with your womb, because your womb will be the one that'll never betray you. Your womb will be the one it'll never betray you. It'll never lead you astray, I should say. It's your first spirit guide. Besides in like Ifa in Africa culture or African culture where your Ori is one of your spirit guides, but you have two. You know what I'm saying? You got your Ori, your head, but then you got your womb too. That whole gut feeling, that whole thing, it's a spirit guide. Said I was wondering because I'm not sure what gender my future spouse will be, surrogacy, because I'm bisexual. The interesting thing about bisexuality is this: when it's time for you to create the dynamic of your family, your sexuality will switch to what it's supposed to provide you with what you really desire, because apparently you really desire a family. So whatever is coming for you in your life will be beneficial for that. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Don't think about that. Don't over process that thought, because if you're bisexual, that means it can be anybody, male, female, non-binary, whatever. If you go by, you know what I'm saying, your pronouns and all of that good stuff, like it could be anybody. It could be anybody, but don't overthink it, because then you'll try to measure every person you encounter whether they're compatible enough to start a family with. And so it will cause you to measure the wrong things about them, because that's big. That's big. I know a lesbian couple where the one of the women said, I ain't never having children. She's pregnant. And I said, yo. Said, I just got told to thank you, King. By who? You're welcome. I said, yo, I thought you wasn't, you know what I'm saying? She was, she was the masculine one in the relationship. I said, I thought you wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I thought you wouldn't. Well, I said I didn't want children. Everybody says that until your womb starts telling you it's time for more than ideas to be birthed from this place. Oh, you can't. Ain't a woman alive that can ignore her womb. Not one. Not one. Oh, your grandmother. Tell your grandmother I said she is most welcome. And when can I come over for dinner? Because I know you be cooking. I know you be cooking. And all I want is a plate. Just make me a plate of your best home cooked food with all the love that you could put inside of it. Just want a plate. I'm such a fat boy, yo, I swear. Everybody, when people's mothers and fathers get on here, like the elders, that's the only thing I request. That's the only thing I'm like, make me a plate. Please. Please. It's been a long time since I had a home cooked meal. It's just me. You understand? Said, I got you when we come down there. Or you come here. No, y'all come in here. Y'all come in here because it's time for y'all to move. I'm where I'm supposed to be at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming to Chicago. They just literally, y'all just told me how hot it was today. It's not happening. It's not happening. Like, no, y'all got to come here. I'm waiting on y'all to move. Said, I knew before I got pregnant I was going to be, and still was shocked. Why do women do that, y'all? Ladies, explain yourself. Explain yourself. Pregnancy was knocking on your door, and you got the nerve to sit there like you ain't know it was going to happen. Literally be in your friend circles talking about, girl, this was unexpected. Liar. Why you lying? You knew it was coming. Women don't even have fish dreams no more that signify pregnancy. Nah, they literally seeing the process of the pregnancy. The whole thing. They're not even having fish dreams no more where you could get pregnant. No, you're seeing the future. You about to be pregnant. And then you get up and tell your homegirls, girl, I had a dream last night that I was pregnant. Girl, you're not even talking to nobody right now. I know, right? That dude, maybe I'm just thinking about it because I got baby fever, and the next day you run into your mate. Boom! Like, boom! You like, huh? You like, huh? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. And it's so crazy because when the man or the woman shows up that you're supposed to be with, right? Or the person you're supposed to be with, right? When they show up, you damn near forget you had the pregnancy vision. And so y'all have that first beautiful encounter. The love making is more passionate than you ever experienced in your life. And that one time, pregnant. Said I literally saw my son inside my womb because the next generation of children not playing with y'all. They're not playing with y'all. They're coming to get you. You know what I'm saying? They coming to get you because a lot of things have caused y'all to be confused in this world. So can there be a pregnancy wound? Of course. Women traumatize themselves during pregnancy. You ever because most of y'all know what I'm talking about. You thought during your pregnancy everything was going to be peaceful, but it was like the most chaotic part of your life. It was like the most chaotic part of your life ever. And that's not the way you saw yourself during pregnancy, right? That's a pregnancy wound because you're concerned with how that child is going to come out and how they're going to grow up because of what happened while you were incubating them. It's a pregnancy wound. Not most, but some women had an abusive mate while they were pregnant, which means they were getting choked, pushed, slammed, the whole nine while they were pregnant. That trauma is traumatizing to the womb. So what about blocking pregnancy coming into your life? You can do that out of fear. That's how, but I mean, if you can do that, that gives insight to how powerful your womb is. Because if you can block out the ability to get pregnant, that means your womb is actually more alive than you know it is. It's alive. It's a living thing. So how can you heal pregnancy trauma? We'll call it womb prayers. I know there's a book for that too. But I don't know the book, and I'm not sure because a lot of women came to me and said the book was cool, but it wasn't given what it was supposed to give. So I'm not going to try to promote the book. But you can write prayers for your wombs. You can write prayers for your wombs. I'll write it in contra for your womb. I'll write it in contra for your womb. Look, I'm always promoting myself, right? I'm doing good, y'all. A clap for me, damn it. Rarely do I promote my services. I'll write it in contra for your womb. If you have womb pain or womb trauma. But it's going to be something I'm going to need you to say on the daily. But before y'all come purchase that from me, because I'll probably make it the same price as the birth chart in contra, which is like $55. Before you come get that from me, I want you to spend time in the element that the womb possesses, which is water. Okay? And I want you to talk to your womb while you're in the tub or the shower. If you don't have a tub, just get in the shower. If your shower is not giving what it's supposed to give, then I want you to put your feet in a bucket of water. Same thing. I just want you to tap into the water while you pray to your womb, because it's like taking it through the energetic car wash, if you will. All of this stuff I know about women. I don't know why people be like, he mansplaining. I love women. Like, I literally study women. You need to talk to your womb, pour into your womb, and call it forth so you can see what actually needs to be prepared or repaired. I mean, I said prepared. Well, that too. So you can actually see what needs to be repaired, if anything, because some of you just have fear and it's in your womb. You understand? It's just there. You're afraid of not being stable, so you don't want to have children. Although for some women, they didn't even want to be stable until they got pregnant. They didn't want to stop wilding out until they got pregnant. So, oh my gosh, I just acquired a foot spa yesterday, and that's what I had planned. See? So can you do this while steaming? I say that's the best time during yoni steams. Y'all be, I know you don't be doing your yoni steam quiet. You just be sitting there. Nah, that's when you're supposed to communicate with your womb. What are you purging energetically when you do a yoni steam if you're not communicating with your womb? You know what I'm saying? Y'all be sitting there quiet? That's crazy. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Communicate. Apparently, meditation is not working. Apparently, meditation is not working. Communicate. Communication is meditation. When you express from the depths of yourself, that's literally speaking words from the unknown. They come out of you, and it's more powerful. Speaking is meditation too. Said I have a contraceptive rod in my arm that's stuck. It gives me fears of not getting pregnant. Let me tell you something, weaving light. When it's time for you to have children, nothing can stop it. I know the doctors tell you that it's rare because some women have their tubes tied, clipped, and burned. You know, I hear that all the time. My tubes is tied, clipped, and burned. That's another reason T not here today. T not slick. She stayed away because I've been wishing pregnancy on her. I've been wishing pregnancy on her. She just don't know it yet. I'm praying for her pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? Some of you think that it's rare to have to get pregnant when your tubes are clipped, tied, and burned. But miracles happen every day. And for everybody who wants it, I wish pregnancy on each. I wish it on you. Sprinkle pregnancy all over that ass. Yeah, pregnancy. YouTube. Pregnancy. You get pregnant. You get pregnant. You're pregnant. I said for those that want it. Miracles happen every day. I'm telling you. You be like, I got my tubes tied, clipped, and burned. And then when you go back to the doctor to get yourself checked because you might be pregnant, your tubes done like literally regenerated themselves. And you like, what the hell? Said, I told Jazz I'll give her more. That's that lover talking. It's whatever she want, bro. So I'm not about to play with you. Pregnancy for you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yup. 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 I remember I did a whole ritual for infertility. Don't think that I don't do this work. I told you I do personal ritual work, just a heads up. I did a whole ritual for infertility. It was so strong. I had babalawos chasing me. Like they were chasing me online, talking about, I don't know, like they said, what they say, that shit was funny. It's like Ifa is telling me that you need to tell your people to come get work from me so I can do the infertility work for them. I said, no, thank you. I got it. I was like, I got it. The activation is going to happen anyway. I got it. I'll be wishing children on everybody. Because whether you know it or not, population is on decline. More people aren't having children. Less people are having children more than ever before. Population is on decline. It's going down. The numbers are going down. Less and less are being born every year. I wish pregnancy on each and every person in here who wants children. And some surprises for those that think they ain't having no more. Yeah. 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 Because you just never know. Y'all say no all you want. Y'all say no all you want. Anything can happen during a moment of pleasure. That's all I'm going to say. Fire and desire. You know what I'm saying? Love them and leave them. Y'all be listening to old school jams, literally old R&B sex songs. Come on now. Come on now. You think you're just gonna skate by on some great pleasure? No, 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 no. Said just when I get this one out of diapers. Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye. Said, bro, I was made for this. Back in the day, bro, they would have called you a breeder. Back in the day, they would have called you a breeder. Said that doc had to get in line. Jazz, Miguel trying to, hell, it might happen tonight. You know what I'm saying? It is Miguel's birthday. It is Miguel's birthday. Said Miguel got shot and they said he wouldn't have any babies. Well, Jazz, sorry to tell you. it appears that Miguel is not done. So Miguel is not done. He's not finished. Said, boy, were they wrong. Obviously, right? Obviously. It's a woman on my Facebook page. She has 9. That's right. 9. That's right. 9. Like she literally just had twins. She has 9. Said Nick Cannon type of energy. The difference is still with the mother. You know what I'm saying? Not bouncing around with hella women having children. Said, was that a baby crying? You heard that? It's children at the pool. It's children at the pool. One day I'm going to throw the children over here like a pizza party or something. I'm not going to attend because it's hot. But I'm going to order all the pizza and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to throw them a party because they've been behaving as of lately. There was a crop of children over here before that were chaotic. They were over here breaking things. Now all I ever see is the children. They just come out. It's summertime. You know what I'm saying? It's hot. So they just want to come out and swim. They spend hours at the pool. I'm talking about all day. Like all day. And I know that they're hungry. And who knows what their situations is. Because I swear I saw one of them holding a sign like homeless people do. And it's been bothering me ever since. I'm not saying I'm balling out of control or anything like that, but I'm like, bro, if you hungry, first of all, go tell your parents because you ain't never gonna knock on my door and I'm gonna hand you some food. I'm not going to jail for you. But tell your parents and then y'all come over here and get some food. I'll order food. I don't care. I don't think ever there should never be a time children should go hungry. So come out there for a weekend and we will help you. It's cool for sure. Let me talk to the office. Because that's the one thing the office been laxing on. They used to have a summer party Like for 4th of July, they used to have a party, so I heard they ain't been doing it. It's because they've been switching out employees and management. So a lot of people over here are going through things, and they're not gonna say nothing, and I don't like that. It's okay. We're supposed to be neighbors. I've been hungry here before. You know what I'm saying? I got food though, because there's always somebody trying to feed me. Said you can't give food to homeless people. No, they're not homeless, but they were holding up signs because they were hungry. They have shelter but no food. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks when you have to choose between the two. When you got to choose between either paying your rent or having dinner tonight. And the obvious choice is rent. You know what I'm saying? That's the obvious choice. And I've seen it. It's this little boy. He looked like me when I was his age. He always has on like all red and he's chubby. Like it looked like he don't need no food, but he probably one of the ones that need it the most. He's hungry. That's probably his pleasure at that age to eat. One day, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. Community starts where you are. I just gave everybody an idea to do around your neighborhood. Even if you don't gather them, literally go to Little Caesars, buy like 15 to 20 pizzas, stand outside and just hand out slices. You never know. Because I don't care. I don't believe nobody's supposed to be struggling with food anyway. Where it's like, you know, people eat Spam and Vienna sausages. Nah, they need food. Like, it's like they need food. They need something good to eat. Children deserve to be children. They shouldn't have to choose between two nasty options. If they like pizza, they can have pizza. If they want to eat a bag of chips, they should be able to eat a bag of chips. And for my healthy people out there, that's right. I said it. They should be able to live their life a little bit and have fun instead of having life trying to put, oh no, don't get me started. Because once I get passionate, I'm going to start flipping out. You said, what's my Facebook? Giorgio Reed. Don't add me, though. I'm a whole different animal on Facebook. I be talking big shit on Facebook. Just a heads up. No, I don't care. That's like, I can't do that on TikTok because they don't allow words like that. But, you know, it's a status. But Giorgio Reed is the Facebook. Yep, ramen noodles. Nobody should. Oh, no. I just don't feel like people should just be eating that all day. You said you too? Okay, for sure. Add me then. Giorgio Reed is the name on there. You'll see me. So you be making me wonder about Facebook. I don't like Facebook. I love Facebook. Facebook's the only place where I could tell somebody that their breast can be tucked in their socks and nothing happens. Facebook is the only place where I'm allowed to make a kind-hearted status. And when people comment and they agree to the status, I can roast them without getting in trouble. Like, it is the only place where I can be completely me because I'm always cracking jokes. Said I wanted to make sure it was legit. What, my Facebook page? What it is? Yeah, I'll be on there roasting people. I don't care. I don't care. Like, that's a part of me. I'm low-key a comedian. One day I'm going to do a whole set, though. Y'all got to come out for that. When I go do some stand-up, like open mic stand-up, y'all got to come out for that. Sit in the socks is wild. I mean, we're not going to sit here and act like it's not women in the world with really long breasts. With really long. Because most of y'all grandmothers got really long ones. They're long, and they be walking around in a nightgown, and they be on their thigh. Like, we're not gonna act like that. Both of my grandmas were just like that. Talking about my mom be like, put a bra on, girl. What a bra gonna do for these? I ain't never even heard that. That's new. I've never even heard that. Like, that's new. I cannot wait to get to that age. What happens in an elder's life when they get to that age and they say, F it. This is what I'm wearing today. This is how I want to look. I'm comfortable and bet not nobody say nothing to me. I cannot wait. I wonder what kind of old man I'm going to be. I'm looking forward to it. The elder version of me is even funnier than I am now. Said this is what I was gonna say. Said why wait? Because I'm not an elder yet. I don't get to walk around and just be grumpy yet. I'm waiting on the grumpy phase. The grumpy phase is gonna be hilarious. Where I'm mad because the sun came up. Well, couldn't it just stay down for another hour? I can't wait. I can't, because who gonna say something to me? Says who you are 101. You hear? I can't wait. Like it's gonna be so lit. It's gonna be so because who go there's not an elder in the world you can tell anything to without them flipping out on you and telling you to mind your business. Like mind your business. Don't tell me nothing. It's gonna be great. All right, y'all. Let's get to part two. Let's get to part two. Let's get to part two. Oh, you warned your children? Good. I'm glad you warned them though. Sometimes they need a warning because your children never know when you hit your elder phase. You just wake up one day and do some elder type stuff. Like they hear you get off the couch once and the grunt lasts longer than the 2 seconds it used to. You know how you get up now, your knees hurt, you be like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? It lasts longer. It sound like this. You'd be like, ugh. And then everybody looks at you like, getting old, huh? Getting old. Parts of your body hurt that you didn't even know existed. Like right under your butt cheek, like literally under the crevice of your butt cheek. Like you'd be like, what is that? Ooh, child. Oh, I love elders. I believe them when they say something hurting because they probably just discovered it this morning. He said, wait, what are we writing? So for the second half of this, I want y'all to start the list for your inner child. All the things your inner child wants. And for those of you who need protection over your actual children, your physical children, I want you to write their names on a separate sheet of paper, okay? You write their name on a separate sheet of paper, and I want you to concentrate on their situation, okay? Concentrate on their situation and send them love, send them honor. When you hear the encounter, you'll know why. Send them love, send them honor, send them healing, send them all of that. And then when I'm done playing it, you can burn that. The piece of paper for your inner child, though, you're going to hang that up and make your vision board off of that. Said I'm at elder status already, coffee in my chair. Damn, that's elder status? I guess I've been old since I was 20. Like, what? What? And I cannot wait to get a rocking chair. I don't know what it is, but I got to have me one of them. I rock anyway. So can I do it in my notes until I can write it on paper? Yes. Yes, you can. So for those that haven't done it yet, you can go ahead right now before we get to this second part and send over your donations for today's lecture/ritual. If you got some great advice during the part where we were talking about healing your inner child and all of that wonderful stuff, you can send over your donation right now. I got to tell y'all this before we get to the second half, before too many people escape the hell on out of here. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to book your coaching sessions with me. They're still on special right now, $65 for the hour. Don't miss out on it. You can get your encounters right now. The long form is $85. Birth chart encounters are $55. And don't forget, since they all requested it, or since it was brought up today, I'm also offering womb encounters for $55. So come get an encounter written for your womb. And the rule is this: if you purchase a womb encounter, I just want to know the story, okay? I want to know what happened to your womb so I can write the best one for your womb, okay? All of these things can be done at my Cash App, or you can see my Cash App above. It's pinned over here on YouTube. Click the link in my bio. If not, once you do that, you're going to send over an email of what you purchased. Also, this child protection encounter is available for purchase, and you can actually play it over your household before y'all go to bed at night. It's the best time to play it. So yeah, hit me up if you need me. I'm such in grind mode. I'm like, I'm not gonna forget to promote myself. But yeah, I gotta get up and stretch too. YouTube be doing me dirty with the thumbnail. When I get on my phone and look at it, I'll be like, you ain't have to do me like that. That's not okay. YouTube be doing me dirty. The thumbnail be ugly as hell. Like, what did I do to you? You know what I'm saying? What did I do to you? You know what I'm saying? Said you're doing well promoting. Am I Jazz? I gotta promote. You know what I'm saying? Promote. How do people know what I do? I can't wait for y'all to come get y'all sessions with me though. It's gonna change you. That's for sure. You're gonna love it. All right, let's get it. I'm finna get up and stretch my legs though. So y'all gonna be listening to it by yourselves for a moment, okay? By yourselves, just for a moment. I need to get up and stretch. Every child that is present, every child that is absent, I call for protection for all adolescents. And you can hold yourself while you listen to this for your inner child. You gotta hug yourself. Real, this one or this one? This one where the arms, this one or this one? Okay. The shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, yes. Every child that is absent. Come on now, laptop. All adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and damn, I almost dropped it. Society brings on negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things that block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield, in the bag, unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes of society. Brings on negative. Yes, y'all just heard me try to get up. Tip number one. And pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes of society. Brings on negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes of society. Brings on negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes of society. Brings on negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes of society. Brings on negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes of society. Brings on negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes of society. Brings on negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings. All negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them a shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings, all negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings, all negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their worth, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings, all negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their work, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings, all negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their work, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings, all negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their work, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings, all negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their work, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings, all negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their work, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings, all negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their work, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings, all negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their work, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings, all negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things, block them from learning their work, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings, all negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their work, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered in infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present. Got a minute and 30 seconds left. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings, all negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their work, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings, all negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their work, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Every child that is present, every child that is absent. I call for protection for all adolescents from infant to teen to awaken their dreams and block out the schemes that society brings, all negative things from the bully to grace, from trauma and pain, depression and pressure applied to the journey, removing the things block them from learning their work, embracing their talents, embracing this earth, rejecting imbalance. I give them the shield so unbreakable, strengthen the heart, foundation unshakable. Children are covered infinity, covered from harm, covered from entities. The children are safe, protected and covered forever, always. Ooh-wee. Shay. Now y'all can burn the piece of paper with your children's names on it and pay attention to their behaviors as you've done this. It's a very potent in contra. Very potent. Very, very potent. Now we ride. Everybody chill out. Yeah. Was I the only one emotional and releasing? Most likely not. Most likely not. Don't forget, y'all can purchase that too. You just gotta quote me something in the comments you want to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Just a heads up. But if you purchased your coaching session with me, make sure you message me so I can send you my number so we can get you scheduled. You know what I'm saying? That's very important. You know what I mean? It's very, 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 very important that you do that. Or I'm not gonna know. Like, I'm not gonna know where to find you. But also, if you want to get your coaching session with me, it's worth the investment. You hear me? It's worth the investment. It's so worth the investment. If you want to get your Encontras, let me know. Birth chart Encontras, you know what I'm saying? $55. Womb Encontras, $55. Full Encontra just for yourself and your needs, $85. Easy. easy. What else I got? Look, I'm like, what else I got? Oh yeah, don't forget you can purchase these in contras and bundles too. You can purchase 5 for 25 or 10 for 50 too. I got a lot of in contras, and I can channel the ones you need. So I just want to give everybody that heads up. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to everybody who sent over a donation today for today's ritual/lecture. Thank you to those that will donate when we get off this live. Thank you to those that are appreciative of what I bring to this table of consciousness in this world. Thank you to those that have been showing love in the live stream, sharing the live. We got another 1,000 shares today. You know what I'm saying? 63,000 likes today, and I appreciate each and every last click or double tap of the screen. Like, seriously, like, this is my job. That's what I'm saying. That's why I be telling people, don't try to play me. I'll be like, this is my job. This is what I do. Like, this is what I do. This is my job, man. Like, thank you for appreciating it and coming in and showing love and asking questions. And thank you for allowing me to help you push through some things. Thank you for allowing me to pour into you and just be a part of what you got going on. Because I know it's not always easy for you to talk about it, but I seriously thank you for allowing me to give you the space to talk about it. Thank you for allowing me to pour into your situation. And I'm grateful that you feel safe enough to allow me to do so. I look forward to speaking to those that got their coaching sessions with me. Remember, they're on special for $65. You know what I'm saying? Said, I heard that my inner child and inner teen needed protection. I just thank y'all so much for supporting me. Tomorrow's ritual/lecture is the business blessing. So you can definitely come in with your business ideas, definitely come in with your business in general. If you're thinking about starting a business, it'll work for you. If you're thinking about getting a higher paying position at your job, it'll work for you. I want to see everybody there tomorrow. Gots to see you. So you are beyond appreciated. The smile. It's the smile. It's an honor. So like I said, if you haven't done so yet, you can go ahead and send your donations over right now. Said this beat go hard. I use this beat sometimes when I'm writing in contras. Said thank you for what you do. You are truly changing lives. Ashe, it's an honor. Said what is this? It's something I downloaded off one of them apps. It's like a circus hip hop beat. Alicia, your guided meditation is coming soon. Give me some time. I'm excited for that one. I want to sit down and concentrate on that one for a minute. This is my favorite beat right here. Money bank. Deposit like a closet, got a money cake. I'm saving what I make, I got a budget in the check, and every time that I check it, I see money made. Money made, money made, money made. Money move, money shake. You know what I'm saying? I wrote some of them to these. It's an honor. Hey. I'm about to get off in a second, Phoenix. I'm proud of you, though. I'm Proud of you. We just unwinding. Today's ritual was beautiful. Beautiful. Hey. Thank you. Hey. No, for real. Y'all don't even know this song right here.
Yeah. DB, new prince of the South. And it's about time. Somebody tell me why the first girl I see when I walk up in the club is her. You told me that you was no bitch, you wasn't no serious girl. Oh, not tonight. I wanted to give it time. I wanted her off my mind. Now it's too late to leave. Damn, I wonder who that is she's talking to. Wonder where they moving to. Just like a moon, I'm watching her. And her eyes are turned. But I can't stop watching, I'm watching. See, I can't stop watching, I'm watching. Now the only thing I feel inside of my chest is all this regret. I never should let you go.
Let's go, Phoenix. Money.
The situation's under my skin. There's a war going on within. This is how I feel. Every time I'm around you, while in the same room. Emotion, emotion, emotional. Every time I'm around you, emotion.
It's called Emotional by Case Lee.
Emotional. So what do you think? Shut her on love like I do it on dubs. Show you what it is, make her miss my love. Yeah, reminisce on us, look at me stressing. So caught up, I realize now it's looking like it's too late. He just wrapped his hands around that slim waist, my waist. Please don't tell me she's dancing the same way she danced with me. Man, that can never be. That's what she said to me, and that's why it's so hard to believe. Now the only thing I feel inside of myself is all this regret. Man, I never should let you go, but I let you go. There's situations out of my skin. There's a war going on within. Every time I'm around you, while in the same room. Emotion, emotion, emotional. Hey girl, I think you see standing there. It's been a long time. It's really, really good to see you smile. Thinking of you and me, life is good and free. Yeah, wait, baby, I'm fronting. Honestly, I made a big mistake. I'm struggling with reality. It hurts more every day.
Hit that shit, Case Lee. Hey, India, change it up. Switch it up then. What the hell, bro? Emotion. mm, mm. I've been wonderful. How you been? Coming out of my shell and I've been doing all right. You have a great night also. I'll see you tomorrow. No more heart in my days and no more heart in my nights. Oh yeah. Put me in a state of shock. Couldn't believe it. Oh. She had me reason she wasn't there. I was breathing it. Put me in a state of shock. I caught her creeping. She was my reason for being the I'm glad you're well. Out of my sight, out of my mind, out of my head, out of my way, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Good night. Out of my sight, out of my mind, out of my head, out of my way, I'm doing okay.
You and I were born under the same sign. It's a silent moment.
Yeah, just run it back. Just run it back. For sure. Thank you for coming in and showing love. I love you. Mwah. I love you, infinity. What? I be jamming. Don't act like you don't know. What? Woo! Hey, hey. Good evening, Claudia. But I'ma holler at y'all tomorrow. You said, wow, you're so energized. Hey, what Kevin Gates say? I don't get tired. But yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. CST, for the business blessing. Y'all don't miss it. There's money in the air. It's time to grab it. Don't forget to book your sessions with me. If you're interested in any of my services, just message me. Let me know what's up. Hit me up when you're ready. I love y'all 360. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your evening. Be safe, be powerful, be authoritative, be intentional. Be intentional. Y'all stay up. Never come down. Peace.